so glorious. Also, I called it. If you guys don't remember, last week I said Amazon would screw up my order, and yes, they did for my PC.
Yeah.
Remember last week, guys? I had ordered a PC. It was supposed to come the next day. It didn't. It didn't get there till 3 days later, which I got to actually email them about my refund. I got to get a $31 refund there.
I kind of think we resolved the situation.
We
though,
did
right?
resolve the situation. Yes, it's still very frustrating.
Yeah.
Still very frustrating. Anyways, it's glorious having a new PC and streaming from a new PC, not having to worry about anything, just like bling. And it's like,
Bling.
how many videos can I open up at the same time while streaming? All of them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think blood just came out of my ears.
It makes such a huge difference. Welcome everybody to the XoneBros. This is podcast number 197. As always, we are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. But as always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, it's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Hayward, the producer, all of the wizardry, technical wizardry you see happening here. No, it's not magic. He did not go to Hogwarts. He just set this up.
I did, yes. I can press buttons.
He presses buttons.
Actually, there is a lot more to it than pressing buttons. It's setting up those buttons. That's the hard part.
That is. Jordan Paskett is joining us. Jordan the man, XOB. Jordan, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Is it a new haircut, or did you just not comb your hair?
No, I got a
did you
haircut. Yeah, so
You did?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was. Yeah.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like
Oh, yeah,
the
I like
short-haired look
Yeah.
that you got going. It looks
Yeah.
good. You look like like Jack Johnson. You kind of
That's
look like
totally-
Jack Johnson.
Yeah, you do. That totally sounded like a douching to say. I didn't mean it that way. I have so much trust in you that I feel like you can do your own haircut.
No, I don't.
Who did it?
The lady yesterday.
The lady.
Yeah, the
Just
lady.
known
yeah,
as
alright, yeah.
the lady.
Yeah.
You know the lady?
Yeah, gotcha.
Last but not least, I am X1. We are the X1 Bros. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Mr. McSpicy,
Yeah.
what games did you play this week? Anything fun, exciting, new? Now, you said you discovered some new things about Monster Hunter.
Oh, I did. Yeah, before the show. That game's fantastic.
That is so fun.
I know why I didn't get it originally. It's because it scares me because it's such a deep game that sucks your time in. And,
Yeah.
And I've been just so busy with work, but somehow I managed to get 30 hours in with a busy schedule. When you don't sleep, Jordan, I love it. When
Yeah.
you don't sleep, you can fit in that time. But no, I started with the bow gun, thinking because I'm usually a range character, and it's basically like a crossbow gun thing.
Yeah.
Crossbow gun.
You can like machine gun it.
Yeah.
In fact, when we were playing and you were blowing someone away with the machine gun, I was like, impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. But you switched.
Yeah. No, I switched to the freaking hammer.
Oh, the hammer
And
stuns.
the hammer
is a stun machine.
is one of the most satisfying weapons I've ever played in any game.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the greatsword, because it's that same like crunch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's just
Mm.
I looked it up. I looked up which weapon did the most damage, and it was the hammer. You know,
Oh, yeah.
because I wanted to go out with a bang. And I don't know about DPS, but it just each hit does the most damage. And then I started playing with it and researching combos and researching all the stuff. Because remember, Jordan, before I would play with just the spinning attack.
Yeah.
That's like the worst move. It's like the easiest and the worst move you could do. That's the move that if you screwed up your combo, it would automatically default to that. Now that I have figured out how the combo works in that weapon and like what it has multiple damage output. It has your standard, damage, but it also has what's called KO damage.
Yes.
And if you basically hit enough KO damage, that's what knocks them out.
Yeah.
And so certain moves do more KO damage than others.
Very cool.
And so I'm trying to put in those KO attacks, and I seriously killed a large monster with one go, just knocking it out over and over and over again and again and again. And it would get up and fall right on over.
Very nice.
It was and it's so
It's the hammer.
satisfying.
It's the hammer,
crunch.
baby.
Mhm.
Oh.
Also, does the hammer give you a bonus on pieces, knocking off
Oh,
pieces?
it crushes everything it touches.
Yeah, because that's the greatsword. That's why I like the greatsword. Like, you connect pieces
Yeah, but
pieces all over the place.
does the greatsword also slice?
I'm not sure.
Because the hammer doesn't do any slicing.
Oh, I'm
But
sure
it-
the greatsword does.
it-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't dove that much into my greatsword. I just know it does a lot of damage. It's slow and powerful, a lot like myself. Except I'm fast and powerful, so I mean I don't.
No, it's such a good weapon for those that. Oh, and I was Jordan. Jordan keeps telling me he keeps playing the bow wrong.
Yeah.
I I keep saying I keep learning about more stuff about it. You can charge the hammer by doing it's right trigger and B, and then the hammer starts glowing.
Yeah.
And it's way harder for you to get interrupted
while you're doing
while you're doing that way. And I learned this later, of course, and I keep learning things later. There's no real tutorial in this game. I mean, the tutorial is go kill stuff, but you don't realize how deep. Like, I have so many tips now in my head that I could tell you guys.
No, it's the game is amazing. Graphic Killer says charge sword for life. That's what I have. And same concept. You can charge it up and you do a super powerful
No, you have
hit.
the
It's
you
awesome.
have the great sword.
You know what
Great
bugs
sword,
me
yeah.
though?
Yeah, charge sword is shield and sword.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That turns into
my
an
bad.
axe.
I don't, but I can charge up my sword. That's why I thought he. Yeah,
You know,
I'm an idiot.
You know what bugs me though?
What?
And I'm gonna just call out the sword fighters. Maybe it's the great sword. I don't know. I think it's a samurai guy. You know that
The katana?
The katana. Yeah, the blade. So my kit is dependent on powerful combos.
Sure.
And you build up to get that final hit.
Yeah.
There's like it's not. I don't take a lot of damage from allies, but it interrupts me every time I'm hit by allies.
Sure.
And when I'm sitting there trying to crush some guy's head, I have this sword guy, when I play multiplayer, always there that's hitting me. He keeps hitting me and not the...
Oh, by accident?
Yeah, obviously. And
So
I'm
the
just
one
like,
thing that,
it bugs
especially a lot of new people, you got to get used to hitting that right joystick. Click that right joystick in and it targets it puts your aim up on the dragon or the monster that you're hunting. I have to do that with a great sword because if not, you get
But
turned
see,
around
like
and
the
toggled.
samurai sword is AoE. Like it goes
Oh.
whoosh, and it's like it negates all the most. I have the most damage in the game, and
That's
I knock
why it's
things
called
out.
co-op. You
Yeah.
got to work together.
Which-
Communication is key.
Which, by the way, I've stopped going on I let people join me,
Sure.
but I used to if I needed like the Androth or
You
what-
would go in other people's.
I would go on other people's. They always die, but B, you get that that problem.
Sure.
Now that I know how to play my weapon, I can kill things in like.
So you go in and help people out?
No, I just want all the stuff for myself.
Oh.
So I'm no longer.
So you're a
to
selfish
get-
player. That's what you're saying.
Well, I'm not letting people die. Well, because every time I would join, it would be a waste of 20 minutes because they would always die. Like, people, if you have 10% health, don't go and fight the T-Rex. go back to camp.
The T-Rex is
it's
hard.
Okay.
The T-Rex is hard.
It's okay. The other guys are there. They're gonna
I
fight
actually,
'em.
the hardest monster for me was not the Anjanath. And I think because he's big and slow and I'm big and slow, so we complemented each other
Yeah.
really well. But the Toby Kadachi has been that monster gave me problems because
the
it's
one that
fast
does
and
the
electric.
Squirrel attack.
The squirrel attack
Oh.
freaking
Yeah.
got me every time.
Yeah, I that's Jordan, you told me the Banarath, what was it? The big rock dude on the desert level?
Yeah.
You told me he's like anti-electrical. He's got good thunder defense. And so to fight him, I got all that armor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got all that
The
armor.
Bareth.
Bareth?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
anti-thunder.
The the big rock dude that
Yeah.
wiggles like a dog to get all the mud off of him.
Yeah. Poop.
Is that what it
The
is?
poop spew.
The poop spew. So I got all that armor, and now that guy's a piece of cake.
It's a Borith, right? A Borith?
Borith, yeah,
Bareth.
I don't.
Something like that.
Bareth.
Bareth.
Baroth.
Yeah.
There it is.
I don't know all the names. I just know that I killed them all now.
Ubi Marty in chat can relate to you. He says, "Yeah, longsword is a good beginner weapon, but 80% stagger me every time I go in while the monster is down because it's a longsword." Ronan says, "I hate that failed save mission twice because people I invited kept dying and used up all respawns."
Well, and that frustrates me too because you do an SOS for help, and then they go in and they're fighting with 10% health. Back off. If you're out of heals, just run on back to camp. You can actually fast travel to camp.
During a fight. Yeah.
During the fight, yeah.
Yeah, just head on. It's
Just
okay.
head on back
We
to
got
camp.
this.
I always just go collect herbs, and I take those bottles with me, and I just create healing potions right there on the
And
spot.
you can actually have it on
heal
auto
up,
create.
and I have it on
Yeah.
auto create.
Those bottles are for the bow, not for. It'll create without those bottles.
Oh, well, then there you go.
That's for the.
Then I
that's
just
for
have a
the
bunch.
elephants.
I have like 99 plus bottles in my inventory just sitting there. I didn't know that.
I have like. I'm kind of a hoarder. Whenever I go in a match, I have like 3,000 plus ammo on everything because I take it all and I don't use ammo anymore. But anyway,
We have community plays the first and third Saturday of every month. The last Saturday was the Forza 7 community play. This next Saturday, February 17th, is going to be Halo 5.
Oh, it'll be a fun
This
one.
week,
a little bit more Nuketown.
an LFG will go up in the XoneBros Club. Go over there and join us. If you've joined us there and you've not yet received an invitation, I try to get and do it twice a week to invite people into the club. Come and join us in the club. Express interest in the community play, the Halo 5 community play. It's Saturday, February 17th, Halo 5 from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us.
So that's next week, right?
That is next week. So this last week we did Forza 7. Jordan, tell us how was it being back in Forza 7 for you?
It was fun. It was
Lots
a good
of
time.
fun.
A lot of
crashing.
A lot of crash, especially on turn 1.
Turn
On
1.
Most
You gotta
every
watch turn
course,
1.
You gotta watch turn 1.
Just-
It's almost more worth it not to move until turn 1 is over,
Yeah.
and then you'll actually probably be in the top 5.
Dude, that game is so fun, and just jumping back into that game and especially playing multiplayer illustrates how fun that game is. Just tons of fun, super talented for anybody's level. You can do beginner, you can do super advanced, and it's always a blast.
Yeah, it was a good time. And it's
Love
pretty
that.
on the Xbox One X.
Now, what did you have a chance to play this week? Besides,
Dude, so
besides
I
obviously
had
Forza?
I had a weird week. So I had a 50-50 week.
A 50-50 week?
Yeah,
What's a
50% bad, 50% good. Because
Okay.
I was sick a lot this week. Even today,
Oh.
I'm still not feeling all that
Oh,
great.
really?
But
Jordan, I didn't know that.
yeah,
I feel bad.
but because of doing that, I actually rewatched all of Attack on Titan and caught up on all the manga and even watched the Levi side story. In addition to playing a lot of Monster Hunter,
Oh,
and David actually inspired me. I jumped back into Forza Horizon 3, and I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
try and complete that because
Oh,
that's just
high
a
five
fun.
to you. Yes.
It's just a fun. What's fun about that game is it's different. It's just open world racing, right? That's how I relax.
Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Mark, do we have anything exciting, celebratory for Jordan being back in Forza Horizon 7, trying to 100% that
do you want-
baby?
I
Because
mean-
that deserves some celebration time.
Hold on,
I feel like
hold
we
on.
should celebrate
No,
together here.
I'm going to do
I mean,
Back to the Future Chimes.
Oh,
Is that
yes.
okay?
Yeah, Back to the Future times. Oh, yeah, going back.
I mean, I'm not
Back to the
hitting
future.
I'm not hitting it like super hard because of Monster Hunter. But it'll be like a long term goal to just try and
I like that.
100%.
I like
Just
that. I
it's
appreciate that.
it's just different. It's relaxing. You don't
Yeah.
need to worry about anything.
Yeah, no,
But Monster Hunter, and same boat as Mark. Mark actually showed me something this week in Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah?
I was making specific armor sets
Okay.
to look cool.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about
No.
the armor
Oh,
sets.
yeah.
It's about the abilities. You want the combined skills.
Yeah.
Which is
Now,
multiple pieces of armor.
There are certain armors that do have like set bonuses if you wear the whole thing.
like
but,
the Anjanath
yeah,
armor
Anjanath.
does.
That guy's one crazy
Dude, that guy's skin, when you put it on you, watch out.
dude. I spent like
All right,
45
cannibal.
minutes fighting him, and then all of a sudden he just one shot. He can breathe fire like right at the end.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
came out of nowhere.
Well, but see,
And that's a stuff
I-
guy thing.
yeah, I think if you let him calm down a little bit, because he has these like gills that
Yeah.
pop out. When they go back in, then you can even just sit there and he'll be like, "Rah!" and give him, it's like
It's true.
David when he gets mad.
It's true. You just gotta give me my space.
I
Give him
gotta
30
show
seconds and
you.
he'll calm
I have
down.
to show you guys after the show the first time I ever met the Anjanath. Like what happened? It was crazy.
So
Scared
we're
the crap out
not.
of
You
me.
got to realize we're not. There are still
Yeah.
hundreds
No,
of
yeah,
more
so
monsters, way more
Mark-
advanced,
Mark
with way
told
more advanced
me-
skills. We're not even close.
Mark told me he was making every armor set, and I thought it was just like a completionist goal. No, it's actually because how would you best explain it? Like
So
different armor pieces complement each other because
Yeah.
they have
From
abilities that
skills,
level up. Yeah,
from
skills.
different sets.
Yeah,
because
from different
The
sets. Yeah.
set doesn't give you the bonus.
there
the
are
sm-
set bonuses.
The
on
multiple
later on.
skills
Yeah.
are what.
So
ultimately
like
give you
let's
the
say
bonus.
let's take the Anjanath and the Pookie Pookie.
The Pukai.
Yeah, for example, and I don't know
Okay.
the exact stats, but so this is all hypothetical. But let's say you take the head from the Anjanath, which has +1 attack
helmet.
speed.
The helmet.
The helmet,
that you
yeah,
make,
that has plus attack speed, and then you take the fists from the Pookie Pookie, which also has plus attack speed. That makes you level 2 attack speed, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, and then you can basically, and then there's the whole loadout menu, which you can essentially set like, this is my dragon armor, this is my electricity armor, but
So-
they're all within different. It's not one set piece; they're all like mix and match.
That's
from
how.
different
That's.
sets.
I'm not gonna lie. That's how I plan my outfits for the week to go to work. Say this is my
Do
money.
you have a quick access button that
Yeah, I do.
automatically dresses you when you press the
I do.
button?
It's like this is
the manage loadout.
This is my management loadout. This is my meeting loadout. Meeting power up loadout. Right. This is my angry student loadout.
Yeah.
Angry customer loadout.
Hey,
And-
did you? So you know then about loadouts, right? Where you?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And you can also set potion loadouts. Did you know that?
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. That changes everything for me because I usually at the end of a quest, I'll go and I'll be like, oh, I don't want this. I don't want this. I have. You can do a loadout for all your potions and
Mhm.
everything. And if you press, do this loadout, it automatically transfers everything over,
Yep.
and you don't have to individually go anymore.
That's what I
it's
did, yeah.
fantastic. So I have 3 loadouts for that. I have my expo, for the expedition, my questing.
Is it called your expo? Did you name it expo?
I named it expo.
Okay, very cool.
I named it standard expo and then standard capture. I have a capture loadout if I'm going into
capture,
whatever. And then I have my standard quest.
Oh,
and I'll get more as I go along.
Yeah,
I
like
just
that.
learned how to do that.
Yeah.
What I've been doing, guys, and what I've discovered is that you can your quick sayings like
Yeah.
hey, over here, you can edit all of them
Yeah, you can edit the wheel, and
to
I
say
actually,
whatever you want to say.
and you can set the shortcuts on the D-pad
Oh,
for like
yeah.
wheel 1, wheel 2. I don't really use the wheel that often because I feel like I've gotten pretty quick at the left.
Oh,
bumper,
I spent
left to right.
what I did was, so in squads, if you want to join the X1Bros squads, I try to just jump on in 10-minute, 15-minute spurts throughout the day, especially tomorrow on Saturday during the weekends, to try to get everybody in the time zones. That's our only ultimate complaint on this game.
Yeah.
Is that feature is incredibly lacking. To
Sucks.
join the squad, which is the clan, I have to be online. You have to be in my online session, and then I can invite you to squad. So I try to do that multiple times. Join us over on Discord, and I post in the MMO channel on Discord, x1bros.com/Discord. We'll get you there. Join us on Discord. It's another reason to join us.
Yeah.
And I will let you know, hey, I'm on for the next 15 minutes. Anyone wants in can get invited. So I did that last night. And while I was doing it, waiting just to invite people in, I was messing with all my. So wait, there are person specific quick sayings that I have for the both of you.
Gestures and
funny.
stuff like that.
I'm
It'll be
excited.
fun. But yeah, so there's I
got
figured that out, and then
Oh.
just like Mark, I told you before the show, I figured out I've been using my bow wrong this
Again?
whole time.
Sure.
Yeah, again,
So how have you been using it wrong?
I haven't been doing the right combinations
Okay.
or the right charges.
You know
and
you can
stuff like
train
that.
with it, right?
No, yeah,
Did you never train with it?
no, I did, but they don't tell you what YouTube tells you. Like
It's true.
for example, and I didn't know this, and I you can call me dumb. I legitimately did not.
I don't
know
think
this.
you're dumb.
The bow. So, it's a good. Well, first of all, you can mount with the bow. Like there's a melee attack with the bow that's pretty cool. You can do this crazy. If a monster's chasing me, I can do this crazy Jackie Chan backflip off
Oh, I like
walls.
that.
Yeah. With the mushrooms on the wall.
Yeah, the climbing walls, which I didn't know those were climbable.
Yeah.
But no, so the bow, it has like 3 ranges. There's a critical range, is what they call
Oh yeah,
it.
I know, and you can put it the distance, and you got to make sure you're in that distance,
Yeah,
or you're basically
and there's
not being
indicators that tell you when you're. I mean,
I
there's
didn't
obviously
know
a big
that.
old. There's a big
Yeah.
old indicator that tells you
when you
you're out
pull
of
up when you
range.
pull up your bow, when you're actually crafting your bow, or you're crafting your ammo for the bow too, it will tell you like close range.
Yeah, so
mid-range,
those are the coatings.
and you
but there's
got to
an
be
actual-
you got to use those for those correct ranges as well to get optimal.
Optimal,
hits.
yeah, because there's essentially 3 ranges. There's out of range, which gives you a big out of range, right? And then you get closer, and 1 circle goes over the reticle, which means you're in range. But if you get at the critical distance, whatever it is, depending on what ammo you're using or whatever, it'll show 2 circles around, and that's like the best place you can be to fire your
I
shots
did not know
off,
that.
yeah. So, and I've noted, and then just doing it's like Warcraft, man. There's a rotation. Like I learned the rotation, my damage has increased significantly. The bow has super fast DPS, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like it's not as strong as say the great sword or the charge blade or the hammer, but
The hammer's the strongest.
The DPS, it can go fast.
That's why they call it the hammer.
And yeah, there's just so much I learned about my bow.
Yeah,
It's insane. And I think my 2 weapons are going to be bow
okay.
and charge blade because I want to just
You just want to
just
crush
take
people.
the monsters right in the face.
Yeah.
Man.
I want to
Shield
use the sword. I don't know what sword it is, but you can use it to throw yourself into the air, and you can do air attacks with
that's
it.
the insect one.
Yes.
I tried that one and I
There-
had fun with it, but it was really, really complicated. So
Yeah,
I was like,
I
I'm
would
gonna
like
do
to
the charge
use.
blade, which
I
is
would
also
like to use that one
complicated.
because that one just seems like a good time.
It does. Seems
That's-
like you
that's
have a
all.
You
blast.
literally just shoot yourself.
Plus, I get a
everywhere.
bug that I get to fire off my wrist.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's that's up there.
Yeah.
Dude, and I watch people stream this game because I'm really addicted to it. We haven't even scratched the surface.
No,
We're still on low end gear.
I know.
Like
No, we're not even close. We're
Yeah.
not even close to the monsters.
Well,
at
and
all.
what's
Yeah.
funny, I'm 30 hours in, and I'm only a rank 8.
Yeah. Well, I not to spoil too much, but like there's different apartments you can get, which I didn't know, and then there's a whole new tab of higher rank gear when you get to a certain point, which you got to do all over again, collecting
Yeah.
all that. It's just there's so much in this game.
And it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's insane.
I gotta say though,
Yeah.
Wheezy Whistle in chat said anyone name their cat after their real life cat. So last week when I said what I named my cat, Buddy,
Yeah.
you guys all started laughing, and I was like, "Oh, that's the name of my real cat in real life."
All
Oh, I like that name.
Oh, okay.
It was like a laugh, like
Yeah, he.
I love
'Cause
that.
I was like, "Oh,
It wasn't a laugh.
It wasn't
like,
a punchline.
It wasn't
that's
a.
the name of my cat."
Yeah, it wasn't a ha ha. You're stupid. It was a ha ha ha. That's so cute.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's the kind of laugh it
Thank
was.
you.
Did
Thank
you
you
know-
for clearing that up?
I named mine Spicy Jord. I mean, I just think that's the coolest.
Don't forget to upgrade your Palico because you can give him weapons that like put monsters to sleep and stuff like that. He's very useful if you're going solo.
I gave him a dress and a wand. Just wait, you can get like the coolest outfits for him. He's now my cat now has a.
But like those armors have their own
And it's a
bonuses and
sleeping.
stuff. Yeah,
It
it's
sleeps,
crazy.
yeah. You should see my cat is adorable.
So
now.
make sure you trade guild cards and stuff because guild cards enable
I call those
your
the
creature
Pokemon
to be
cards.
followed out in to be found.
Yeah,
during
I
certain
found
missions
I
and
found a
then
few
used with you.
Palicos out there, and they
Yeah.
follow me around.
Spicy Jord ever join you?
No.
Oh,
No, Jordan. Currently, right now, your cat. I don't know if you've gotten this far.
it's a Palico. Excuse me, it's a Palico. Cat is derogatory to Palicos.
Yeah. That's racist.
I don't care, and
straight
I'm not
There's a
apologizing.
huge civil war
Yeah,
in the
I
Very
lore.
don't-
prejudice.
All right, tweet at me then.
The cats
Just
are
tell me.
rebelling against the dogs.
No. No, I don't care. You know
I
what?
named
It's a
mine
cat
Pally.
to me because I understand that.
Pally.
Mine's his name.
So I don't know how far you guys are, but so you eventually.
I don't even care about story spoilers because let's
It's
be
not.
honest,
It's not story.
It's
It's
not
a
like
functionality.
well, that's
Your
okay.
cat right now is out gathering gear for me.
Oh yeah, because you can send cat squads.
Yeah, yours is on. Yours is doing it right now.
Yeah,
And was he wearing like a weird?
he looks
Skeleton
like
mask?
no, he looks like one of the characters that Maximus kills in Gladiator
Yeah.
in like the very first
Okay,
arena. Yeah,
'cause-
he's wearing this. He just looks
Oh,
like
am
a
I too
Roman
loud?
gladiator.
No, you're far away from the mic.
Oh. Okay.
like-
Yeah, he
Is your
looks like
mic lower
a
than-
Roman
I feel like
gladiator.
move it up like this.
But then it takes effort,
Oh.
and I'm in the middle of a story.
Sorry.
Anyways, I was so excited, Jordan. You are now working.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
saw that on stream. On streams I was watching, you can send out cat squads.
Yeah. Okay. is
Or
this-
sorry,
is this
Palico
better?
squads.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah.
You can
there.
hear me now?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah.
No,
Well, it
it's-
just makes me excited. Like I can't wait to get to end
Yeah,
game.
that's nice.
And there's
Thank you,
even
this is
yeah,
nice.
there's, it's just it's such a good game.
Oh, it's a really good.
I
game.
should listen to you more
You
often.
should. Sometimes I'm right. I played Destiny this week, guys. I did a
the first
retro.
one,
I did a retro, two retro Destiny nights. First night, Tuesday night, I jumped in with some people from the clan. Dark Knight, Black Knight, Rogue. Rogue was there
Yeah.
for the first night to level me up. It felt good to be back in Destiny 1. Let me tell you guys, our Destiny clan, the XoneBros Destiny clans, we have multiple of them, are so cool. Every time I've jumped in with people, because I'm not like the biggest expert at Destiny or anything, I'm super casual, super fun time, super nice group of guys. I've done multiple raids with them so far in both Destiny 2 and now in Destiny 1. I never did the Vault of Glass raid in Destiny 1. That's what we did back in Destiny 1. It's so fun. Destiny 1 was such a good game.
Yeah.
You do notice the graphic difference though, particularly on texture packs.
Yeah.
For me, that's where I'm noticing the difference. And then there's some updates coming to Destiny 2, which is exciting as well. But I had such a blast. I encourage everybody, if you play Destiny, or even if you play it once in a while and you want to join, basically the requirement is you play once a month in order to retain membership in the clans, because we purge them every month, people who aren't active, to keep them as active as possible.
Yeah.
Come and join the XoneBros Destiny clans. They're planning on doing retro Destiny nights at least once a month, and then obviously with all the new content and updates in Destiny 2, they will continue to do that. Super great group of guys. It's always positive, baby. Always positive. If you want to support the show, you can do so over at Patreon, XoneBros.com/support, or Patreon.com/positive gaming. For just $1 a month, you can help us take this global. Actually, we already are global, but to a greater scale, if you will.
The Asian market.
The Asian market. We would need to break into Japan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Get
hard to
that
break in there.
Nintendo
It's
crowd.
hard,
It's
yeah.
really hard to get that Nintendo
They're
crowd.
they're tough nut.
The tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, our Monster Hunter language might be able to
Yeah.
crack that
Yeah.
nut. Hopefully. Anyways, please consider donating to the show. $1 a month. If everybody did $1 a month, we would be able to do this full time. That is our dream. We want to be able to bring more awesome content. We got a lot of cool ideas coming down the pipe. We have some new features coming soon. Tease time coming soon. Stay tuned for some awesome new services that we are going to provide in our quest to bring positive gaming. What does positive gaming mean, by the way? A lot of people, I think, have different definitions. Let me tell you what we mean when we say positive gaming. Celebrating games. That's it. It's that simple. Loving games.
Yeah.
And loving the people who love games with you.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. That should be a t-shirt.
Okay.
I just made that up. Type that down.
Okay.
Write that.
I'm doing that.
Write that down.
Loving the people who love games. What? I didn't get that right. I can't remember. That's too far back. We passed that 12-second threshold.
Dang it. Anyways, with that, let's go and see who is at the top of the XoneBros leaderboard this week, the True Achievement leaderboard. So we have a lot of achievement hunters in the community. If you're an achievement hunter and you want to compare yourself to the rest of the community, head over to trueachievements.com, search for the XoneBros leaderboard. Excuse me.
Yeah, search it.
That Dr. Pepper just burped
came
right
out.
out.
It's just right there.
Ooh, it kind of felt good.
Yeah.
It's like a massage of my esophagus.
Ooh.
That's
An esophagus massage. Anyways, come join us over on True Achievements. Search XoneBros. It's the XoneBros leaderboard. We have quite a few people from the community here.
Do you want me to take some airtime to research this? Okay.
Here are the top 3 people: are Buffs, Planting 42, and Chin Doctor. Thank you so much. Congratulations. From the community, let's do some shout outs. Oz Bundy Boy made it to 11th with Project Cars. Doing a lot of Project Cars. Viva La Sweeney is 14th, and Unfading Shimmy is 13th. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. And there, golf clap.
I like this
one. We do not achievement hunt very much, so we should do a competition and a legit do an award and see how high we all go.
Well, out of us 3, or because if we open it up to the community, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
We're in last place.
We're done easily. Anyways, come join us. Super good. I will say there are achievement communities out there, and we're larger than all the achievement communities, and we're not even an achievement community. We're just a positive community, and we're killing it. I love it.
Yeah.
And with that, let's get this show on the road.
Okay. There it is.
Boom, Jordan. Tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
There's a lot of good stuff going on, man. There's a lot of good stuff.
You want me to take some airtime while you pull up that screen of yours?
So first off, Overwatch. We talked about this last week, but the Year of the Dog, the Lunar New Year 2018 is now live. There's some few updates, and I just want to go over one update here. Well, 2 updates, but so there's a hero update to Doomfist, and this is why, I would love to be like a game developer, but the balancing guy,
that guy,
has some insane math.
Well,
I mean, get this. So this is what they did to Doomfist with his hand cannon. So his fist that shoots like a shotgun.
Yeah,
or
his knuckles.
His knuckles.
There's knuckles.
So the damage of that was reduced from 11 to 6, but the number of bullets fired increased from 6 to 11. How do you figure that? I mean, that's some crazy math. That hey, if we take this out but we add more, that's just that guy must be stressed out sometimes.
Well, that's the thing.
That's.
I remember watching.
I mean, it seems simple, and I get what they're doing, but to figure that's just a lot of math.
Yeah, I remember watching it was like Halo 3 or something, and there was like some developer kind of documentary, and the balance guy I think is one of the most hated person.
Oh, he's the most hated and most loved at the same time.
Yeah,
because he can tear someone's dreams apart while simultaneously making this other player the greatest person in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, because what should we name him? Should we name him? Let's name him Arnold,
the unsung hero. Man.
Arnold,
that guy.
Arnold, the balance guy.
That's a tough job.
It really is. Oh, man.
But yeah, so there's a hero update. There's a bunch of other updates. Of course, the new event, the new heroes, Capture the Flag is back, skins, emotes, stamps. All that fun stuff, right?
But good stuff, and then the fluff stuff.
Something we probably should have mentioned, and then a bunch of bug fixes. But something we probably should have mentioned last week: 4K update now available on Xbox One X.
Now have you guys tried the 4K?
I have.
Oh, and how is it?
I believe the texture packs have been increased because I watched the Digital Foundry video and then I jumped in it myself. I believe the textures increased, but what they have, it's pretty much a solid 60 frames per second. But I think it's 60 frames on the original consoles too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think they were able to get it to, because I mean Blizzard's very well optimized, so
Yes.
I think it's 60 frames on the original ones, but we're at 60 frames at a much higher resolution now and higher textures, right?
Yeah.
So
that's funny. Because of Monster Hunter, the Monster Hunter was the drug to get me off my
I know
fast drug. It just cut me off, and now I have to go back and
yeah.
and
So I actually jumped in
more
it
Overwatch.
today and just jumped in the training mode. You can tell the difference. It is a lot crisper, nicer, cleaner, right? All that fun stuff. But what's cool is it's a dynamic resolution. So there are certain parts of the match that you'll be at 4K and certain parts that you won't necessarily be at 4K. But the lowest setting, Digital Foundry did a test. I forget the numbers, but the lowest setting that they ever were at during a big battle, all this stuff was still well above 1080p. So it's still it's a
That's
lot higher
interesting.
resolution. Like it's really
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
There is, I think they did. Watch the. I don't want to explain it wrong, but watch the Digital Foundry. They do a good job. They're really smart people, and they
Yeah.
explain things really well.
They always
So-
use terms that because I do a lot of tech
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, I dabble in
Well, and I feel they're very unbiased. They just report like, "Hey, this is what this can do, and this is cool,"
which is super refreshing to have in the world today.
because they do compare it to the PlayStation version, but they're not like saying one way or the other. I mean, they'll say which hardware can push higher stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, but they're not being prejudiced in any way. They're just saying, yeah, this would be cool if we can do it over here, and we can do it here now, and this and that, and here's the benefit of both. And
Yeah, usually when I watch those videos, I bring a notepad along to write down some new terms that I got to look up later.
so yeah, just watch the Overwatch Digital Foundry video. But yes, 4K update is now available on the Xbox
Awesome,
One X,
that's
and
cool.
it looks very nice.
Let me ask you guys this, because you guys were into the 4K generation. I don't have a 4K TV. Are you a 4K snob now?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I know the frames you've kind of become sold on frames in certain games where
Uh-huh.
you do notice
Yes.
a difference.
Yeah.
But you are a 4K snob.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I should feel bad about myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yes.
I used to, no, and you can go back to like episode 50 and 60 where I'm like, guys, I don't care about resolution. I'd rather
Yeah.
have
I
frame
know,
rate.
me
No,
too.
I now that I've
So-
been there, it was
So
like
you don't care
saying,
about resolution.
it's like saying I don't ever want to go to Mount Olympus and live with the gods, and then I go there and I'm like, holy crap, I was wrong this whole
Holy
time.
crap.
I
Grapes
I want
taste
yeah, I
amazing.
want to
The
stay
gods
here
were right.
forever, right? Yeah,
No wonder the
like-
gods stay here. They were right.
yeah, that's how I feel
Okay.
with the whole 4K area. I was wrong.
But however,
it's
so
fantastic.
however, in the general discussion, and we've talked about this before, how important is 4K to your viewing or frames to your viewing of
Well,
whether or not a game is
in my
is good?
opinion, well, I mean, the game is good. The game is good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you got games like take Crazy Taxi coming to backward compatibility,
Oh,
right?
so good,
That game's not a graphic hog horse, but
super fun.
it's fun. It's a good game.
So
I can't wait to get
ultimately,
it, right?
resolution is what the dessert of a
Yeah,
of a good meal.
The thing is, I really like games that like Monster Hunter and Tomb Raider. I think do it the best. They give you options. They let
Okay.
you choose your graphical setting. I
Yeah.
like that.
Make spicy.
So-
My mom used to make brownies when I
Sure,
was
okay.
a kid.
I like this. I like where this is
Okay,
going.
and like
I do like brownies.
My favorite kind of brownies are like the chewy kind.
Me
you know,
too. Yeah,
not the
don't cake.
kind.
Don't give me cake. That's
Yeah.
cake. I don't like cake.
And I bring this up because sometimes she would cook the brownies, take it out, then throw on marshmallows,
Mhm, mhm.
and then she'd put it back in the oven, and there would be like marshmallow brownies, and they would be like golden brown marshmallows
Oh,
on
yeah?
the top.
Okay.
That's what this is. I mean, brownies are still amazing, right? The
Yeah.
game is good.
Yeah.
But
Then you get some
marshmallows,
marshmallows.
yeah, you get that nice toasted
It's
marshmallow
just a
on top.
nice plus.
It's an additive that if I had the choice, yeah, absolutely, I'd take
Okay.
those marshmallows on there. But I'd still play it if it didn't
Yeah.
have it.
It's the combo meal to an already
Well-
good Big Mac, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I see.
And
I like
I don't-
I like mine better.
It's more of I don't know. It's just it's kind of
But it doesn't. So let me. I'm just trying to clarify. It doesn't change your perception of, say, Rocket League's not in 4K or iDarb's not in 4K. You're still, or if a game
No, that's
is
'cause
or
that's-
isn't in 4K,
I think they might
You're
be in
judging a
4K.
game on the gameplay, the game mechanics, not on the resolution or frame rates.
well, if the gameplay is good, all that extra stuff just enhances it for
If
you.
the
Okay,
brownies,
that's a
are
good way to
good-
say it.
Hence
That's a good way
the
to say it.
enhanced title.
I like my way better.
Xbox
Brownies
One
with a
X
little
enhanced.
extra,
Yeah.
Brownies with some marshmallows.
Yeah.
or some marijuana.
Like for example, for example,
If you live in Colorado, that's
some
perfect.
marijuana baked right in.
well, like for example, in Monster Hunter, the game looks gorgeous already. I've jumped between the 3 modes. I stay on the frame rate mode just because I like the smooth experience.
Sure.
But yeah, so
It
it's
is
just-
cool to
it just-
change back and forth.
yeah.
Well, very cool. I mean, I'm happy for you guys. I don't have
Legal
this experience.
brownies. That's funny. Legal brownies.
So moving on.
Destiny 2.
Destiny, yeah, Destiny
We talked
2's
about this a little bit
Nightfall.
earlier. It's getting an overhaul.
Yeah, so it's basically a new scoring system.
Okay.
Let me read you what they said.
Read it up.
This is
brother.
what they said. We are
Read it.
repositioning strike scoring in Destiny 2 to enable you to achieve something prestigious in the weekly Nightfall as a way to amplify difficulty. The new scoring and rules are listed below. But there's just a bunch of new scoring stuff they're doing. They're also allowing you to add certain modifiers to make it
Okay.
harder, and in trade you get higher score for using higher modifiers and
Sure.
stuff like that. And so it's a pretty cool update. I mean, it keeps those harder difficulty modes fresh, you know.
Very nice.
It's actually very similar to, and again, I always compare this game to this, but it's similar to what Warcraft does. Warcraft has what they call, they have normal dungeons, heroic dungeons, and then they have mythic difficulty. And then there's mythic levels like 1 through 10, right? And those are kind of like this. I mean, you're not scored or anything like that, but it adds, well, there's time that you have to beat and stuff like
Sure.
that. But it adds more difficulty to those already difficult dungeons. So, and that makes it fun.
I like that.
You know, it
Yes,
is. It's-
absolutely.
It's fun. So
It's a fun
I
time.
think that's really cool. Big story here. The Ninja Turtles
Oh,
are
so
coming to
good.
Injustice 2, all 4 of them.
Yes, if you have not watched
That's
this trailer,
so awesome.
go
It
and
is-
watch
it
this
is a good trailer.
The way that the Ninja Turtles move, their abilities, 2 characters that I want to be is Leonardo or Donatello. Both are freaking awesome.
Dono.
Their abilities,
They even eat pizza.
I mean, Donnie. Yeah, I mean that's who you get. I mean, he's got the range.
their abilities blow my mind.
They eat pizza in it.
Yeah, in the trailer they even ate pizza. Yeah,
Injustice does such a good job with the animation of these characters. Like it looks so good.
and they look like the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, turtles in a
Whereas
half shell.
in other recent stuff, they don't look like Ninja
No,
Turtles.
this is true.
That's very.
They're not
true.
the Michael Bay turtles.
Yeah, they are the Ninja
These
Turtles.
are the Ninja Turtles, baby.
So very cool. Coming in Fighter Pack 3. Be sure to check it out. This, David, I think this is the one you're most looking forward to.
I'm very
The
very
new
much.
Xbox One update is rolling out to the public. I'm not too sure if you guys got it or not. It started rolling out this week. I didn't really look to see if I got it or not.
I've not
But
been on today yet.
It is
this
rolling
morning I
out.
was, but
What this one adds, let's just start out with the big feature that David's looking
can I
forward to.
can I talk about this
Yeah.
one? The do not disturb. Explain the do not disturb for everybody.
It literally is as it sounds. You set your profile to do not disturb, and it's just like the hotel room.
It shows.
Don't disturb. It is the sock on doorknob of the gaming world.
The tie.
The tie on
It's
doorknob.
the
Yeah.
the tie on the doorknob.
The tie on the doorknob. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
So do not disturb allows gamers to cut out Xbox Live's clutter. It blocks incoming notifications for social activities. System level notifications such as achievement unlocks are still visible, meaning you won't miss those activities. But all of the social all the social notifications will be gone. Let me tell you why I have been desperate for this, because when you stream and sometimes occasionally I get lucky and there's over 100 people in my stream, and when you reach that, people, especially if they're watching from an Xbox, because they can just click on your gamer tag and boop, invite to party, boop, invite to game, invite to party, send a message, and it all just bloom, 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 bloom. So I have to go in and turn off notifications. Then I'm sitting there waiting to game up with you guys or some people from the community, and I'm sitting there like, nobody's inviting me. What is
Yeah.
going on? And it's because my notifications are off, and I keep on forgetting. Now I won't have to do that. Just have a do not disturb. Now, is the do not disturb button automatic, or do I have to set it every
I
time?
think you said it.
Like, can I set it for when? Oh, I guess I can't because I'm not streaming through the Xbox. I bet you if I was streaming through the Xbox, that wouldn't be an issue. But since we're streaming through not through
OBS
the
and
Xbox,
stuff,
through
yeah,
OBS, that's not. Anyways, I'm really excited because I bet you it's just right there on the hot menu, like a quick key, do not disturb, boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need my room cleaned today. Do not clean it.
Yep, that's exactly
Oh.
what it is.
Yeah.
I was very
It'll be fun.
confused for
Yeah.
that for a second. I was like, "Oh, that's good to know." But that I
Well,
get
and
it,
it's
yeah.
good for other
That I
people.
get it.
Like, oh, he doesn't want to be bothered right now, so we don't need to worry about him playing with us. You know,
yeah.
Like it. Love it. What else? What are the
scheduled
other features?
themes, which is pretty cool. So they a while ago we got themes, which is basically the light and dark theme.
Very nice.
The dark theme is really good for like when it's dark, it's
Yeah.
easier on the eyes.
I like
if you
I
will.
like dark. I
The
like
light
dark
theme kind of brightens up certain areas
Makes
of
you
the
happy.
Xbox, yeah,
Makes you
stuff
happy.
like that. So you can actually change. You can set up scheduled themes. So on certain times of the day, it'll choose the light and dark theme.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's actually fun.
So
Yeah,
I wonder.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have it change every hour just to mix things up.
So
you know?
psychology speaking, at night
Or whenever.
do you want the light screen, the light theme, or the dark? And during
I
the
think
day,
you would-
the dark theme.
No, I
Or do you want
reverse
it to
that.
mimic?
Reverse that. I think during the day you want the light theme, and during the night
Yeah.
you want the dark theme.
Why?
Because it's better on the eyes.
Better on the eyes.
This is a guy coming from a guy who's going blind. It's way better on the eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take
That's
your,
how
I'll
I
take your
would
word
do
for it.
But
Yeah.
There's also cool new achievements that's coming out. So those achievement hunters, like we talked about earlier, there's basically a whole new achievement tab. Well, not whole new, but a new setup for the achievement tab. You can go and check your achievements, see which ones are next, see which ones are closest, filter by closest, rarity, all that fun stuff.
I like
so
that.
Very cool.
I like the rarity. The rarity achievement is very cool. You can filter it by that.
It's called Next Achievements. It can be found in the Achievements tab in the guide menu pop out.
Which
window,
already,
so.
by the way, already the Achievements tab when you were playing a game was super
Dude,
well
I've been
fleshed
having
out.
trouble with my Achievements tab. When I'm in a game, I go to the Achievements tab and it says load up a game, and I'm sitting there like I don't know how to.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. Like it really
I don't
confuses
understand
me.
the question.
Yeah, like that's how I feel. I'm literally because Monster Hunter you can't pause.
What is achievement for 500, please?
Yeah, so I'm literally walking around in the world and it just tells me load up the game, and it really hurts my brain because I don't know what to do. So
Have
I've
you
been
tried
having
turning? Do you have your box on the standby mode or on the all the way off mode?
I do, but once a week I shut her down.
Shut her down.
Yeah,
I
I give her a little rest. She works hard.
well, because I have it turned off all the time.
Uh-huh.
Because when I don't,
I'm
I
very
run into,
impatient. I can't wait.
I run
for
into
that.
problems like
Yeah.
that all the time. And it's just a matter of turning it on and going and getting a drink, and it's ready to go.
I don't like that.
I
like to already have my drink there.
Okay.
Although I do like the new Scorpio or load up with the chip.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
do you know how loud that is?
it's loud.
Like when I want to, sneak out and game at like 1 a.m. and it goes whoa. I'm like, oh my gosh, that
It
wakes
is
her
pretty
up.
loud.
Yeah.
The other one that I think is cool is mini game hubs. So mini game hubs, you can go into your game on the pop out menu again
Sure.
and just hit mini game hub, and it pulls up just as it is a little mini game hub of that game that you're playing.
Very cool.
So very cool, very cool, very cool
Awesome.
stuff. And that's the update that you should be receiving very, very soon if you have not received it already.
For
'cause it's rolling
free
out.
this week in a game. I know Jordan has been itching
Yes.
to play, and I have been watching.
I bought
people
this
play
game
it, and it
because of a
looks
friend of ours.
Super awesome. Oh, you did purchase it then?
I can't remember if it was this one or the first one.
You purchased the first one, I think, not
Okay.
the second one.
Yeah.
But I think
Dragon Ball
Oh.
Xenoverse 2
yes,
is free this weekend, which is hard because a lot of people are probably playing Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, is Fighters the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that I really want.
Yeah.
That's the one that I've been watching people play.
No,
and
that's
It
how you
goes
pronounce
nuke-
it.
That's why I'm fun. That's
You know,
why I'm laughing.
I used to call it Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but I think it's Capcom. It came out that it's Fighters.
They're like, let's get this straight,
Yeah.
everybody. This is important.
Fighters.
to us. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. So
Fighter
anyway.
Z.
Yeah,
Fighter
Fighter Z.
Z.
There you
I
go.
like that.
Yeah.
That's better way to
that's
do
a
it.
good way to say it. But yeah, Xenoverse 2 free this weekend. So this weekend, it's February 9th, 10 and 11 are this
Yeah.
weekend. So be
Yeah.
sure to check it out.
Check it out, baby. Be there or be square.
Yeah, it goes till Sunday, February 11th. So play before then.
Okay, since we're on Dragon Ball Z, this is the part in the podcast where we have to talk about anime.
Oh yeah.
Now, Mr. McSpicy has had a chance since last podcast
Yeah.
to jump in and join the
should
world that
should
is
we say
Titanfall.
spoiler alert? Because you're at a part that I love and I want to talk about it.
I mean, do you want to talk about it on the show?
Yes.
All right. So this is.
So wait. First, I want to say I love not Titanfall. Why did I say Titanfall?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
I love Titanfall. Everybody.
Titanfall
I
as
wanted
well.
to point that out. Now
I
let's
just wanna
get back
point
into the
that out.
anime.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, actually, this actually goes
so
well
good.
with Xbox because it's still Anime Month for Xbox,
Oh yeah,
and this Dragon Ball Free is a part of Anime.
Oh,
Month.
there you go. And Attack on Titan might be on sale on the Xbox Store. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Anime month.
It's a good joke.
Attack on Titan, so good. But Spicy has jumped into it. Spicy, give me. Is it everything that we cracked it up to be for you?
It's really good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird.
But-
Androgynous giants coming after you to chew your face off. I mean, not chew your whole body.
so I remember telling you this.
Well, and it just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I remember telling you this like a couple days ago, and you were. Was it you? I told. I can't remember. But I feel like I'm the only one that's ever watched Fraggle Rock, right?
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
No, I've watched Fraggle Rock. Heck yes.
If you were to, so Jordan,
Yeah.
if you were to take Fraggle Rock and add Michael Bay, death, killing, anime, awesome characters, and scary stuff, then you'd have this show. Because it is absolutely Fraggle Rock, but death Fraggle Rock.
Death Fraggle.
Like that's what this is. So that's the story, everybody. For all those old folks out there that watched Fraggle Rock growing up, you are people and they want to eat you.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. No, yeah.
You got to one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. So I don't want to. Let's see if we can talk about this without spoiling it.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a character. His name is Captain Levi.
Captain Levi in this
you,
show.
You meet him a few episodes in,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes into a great punk rock song, and he just shows why. I mean, that's how you know when they're introducing someone cool. They just kind of play that punk rock in the background.
Well, and then he has
that
like
Japanese
these
rock.
solo
Yeah.
aerial,
and he's like,
shots.
yeah.
where he's doing like spinning
And like
moves and stuff.
it's like posing, but like bad A posing. Like it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's another character that's on trial, and Captain.
So now we are spoiling.
Oh, we are. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No. Hold on.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, you
let me
explain
try
it.
to explain because you're dangerous when you think no spoilers. There is a character that is in trouble,
Okay, there you
and
go.
Captain Levi does something to that character, and you are just like, whoa.
And that's when I stood behind him. Like
Just
I don't
just
care
like-
what choices he makes.
Beats
I
the
stood
crap out of some guy and just like
Badly.
Yeah.
And then he just says like, "Yeah, I'm doing this."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know what? I think this is the best way to learn a lesson." And he just keeps going. And everybody, it's so cool.
Yeah, I gotta say,
And
Captain
then
Levi's
like
pretty cool.
you find out why he does it, and he's just a cool guy.
Yeah, see, now you're on the verge of spoiling
Yeah.
because I don't
So-
know. Oh wait, it's in that same episode.
Yeah, it's the
right?
very
Oh,
end.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I say it's. I mean, I've only seen a handful of enemies.
Uh-huh.
I still think I like Hunter x Hunter better.
That's what you're telling me.
I think I like that one better, but this is still an excellent one to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
This one's scary.
Yeah, it is.
it's,
It is.
it's like, I mean, usually in shows, they'll do these cutaways where
No, they don't.
if something's like going to happen to somebody, or an arm's gonna get cut off, or they'll cut away and everyone will make a gross face. Ooh! No, they don't care.
Yeah.
Just chop that head right off.
Oh, it's
In
super gruesome.
episode 1 of season 2, there's a part where I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, so season 2, episode 1, just
I'm excited.
prepare your pants for that one.
I'll
That's-
prepare my butt cheeks.
Yeah, that one's and season 3 is coming out in June.
Really excited.
It's gonna be good.
Too excited.
Now, what you guys got, David? You can do it because you're caught up. You should watch the Levi side story that they do. It's not dubbed yet. It's only subtitled, but they do.
Oh.
You can either read the story or you can watch the anime.
I'll have to wait till it's dubbed.
I don't know if it'll ever. Well, maybe it will.
I
But
can't,
it's,
I can't do subtitles because
you
I find I'm focusing on the words instead of the picture.
Well, the nice part about
Wait,
anime
you can't
is there's
multitask?
no. The nice
No.
that
No.
but that's by design. The nice part about anime is whenever they're talking, they're not doing anything, and
That's
then there's
true.
like a high end
Honestly,
action
that is
it's a
scene.
true.
still frame.
Yeah.
That is true.
There's
That is
actually
true.
no animation going on at all.
That is true.
And then they do like this huge action scene.
That is
But,
true.
No, I actually like to watch them both because I feel like I pick up a little bit more.
Ah.
Yeah, because I watched all of season 2 in Japanese, and then when
Okay.
they released them in English, I watched them all again in English. So,
I can't do that.
but it's called No Regrets, I believe, the Levi side, and it basically explains where he comes from and why he's a bad A.
Captain Levi?
Yeah.
Is that like a sideshow? Hold on.
Well,
what are we
okay,
talking
so
about?
from what I understand, what
Yeah,
happened,
this is like a
it's not.
side-
It's a
it's
side
it's
episode.
Frasier.
Yeah,
We're learning
yeah,
about Frasier.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, from my understanding, they did a poll in Japanese, like best Attack on Titan characters, and Captain Levi won twice, like by a landslide, like ridiculously by a
What's
landslide.
interesting is there
So-
was only one poll and he won twice.
no, there was a couple polls.
Oh, okay.
that's how good he is.
I mean, Chuck Norris. And behind his beard is
So
another fist.
the director, I was watching all these behind the scenes things the other day, and the director was explaining like his inspiration behind Captain Levi. It's actually one of the inspiration is Rorschach from Watchmen.
Oh,
Was one of his inspirations behind Levi. That's
Oh.
why he's like little and kind of short.
yeah.
But
Well, what's funny about him, because he's a little guy, but he's got the bassest voice in
yeah, the American voice actor.
American voice actor. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's why I did this.
Yeah. But yeah, it's called No Regrets, and I recommend either reading it or watching it because he's actually my screensaver this week.
Oh, there
so,
we go. I like
yeah.
him. World of Tanks 4-year anniversary. It's been on here for 4 years. So World of Tanks
Yeah.
launched exclusively on the Xbox 360.
Well, not exclusively. It was on the computer.
Well,
Yeah.
console
Yeah,
exclusive.
there you go.
On the Xbox 360, and to celebrate 4 years, they're giving a bunch of bonuses away for the month of February. You
Yeah.
jump in, you get a lot of in-game bonuses, you get a couple free tanks,
Japanese tank.
and have a good time in World of War Tanks. Now, World of War Tanks, Why has that never stuck with us?
You
It's
mean
super
World
fun.
of Tanks?
World of Tanks.
You're thinking of World of War ships,
I'm thinking
which
World of War
was
ships,
World-
which
or
also
World
is
War
super fun.
II or
I think
one.
that was one of the games we were really into, and we told Mark to download it, and then we never
It
played
was.
again.
It was. We played
you
it a bunch.
did.
Yeah,
This
we're
happens
Mark,
to me
download this, and then
every
we never
time.
played it again.
You guys play a game for 2 weeks, and then you're like, "Hey, yeah, we've been playing this. It's so awesome. Get it? I get it," and then I never play it. You guys do this on purpose.
Because when
I'm
you
sure.
jump in, all of a sudden it becomes not fun to play. Why? I don't know
What a
why
Jeez.
that.
Because I'm so freaking good at it, and you don't want to play anymore.
So, World of Tanks having its 4-year anniversary, bunch of goodies. get
No,
some
really.
tanks,
Why hasn't
stuff
that
like-
one stuck? Because that's
That was a fun
it's
one.
fun.
Yeah, it really was.
We just moved on.
Yeah.
We just move on from that. We're
Sorry, I just thought of something
Okay,
that I
go
have to
ahead.
tell you guys. That's
Tell
just
me. Whoa.
it is.
Whoa.
It is.
Whoa.
It is Attack on Titan related, but it'll take 2 seconds.
Go 2 seconds.
I think
go.
I told you before, but when
Yes.
you guys finish the main series, Attack on Titan, it's a must. You have to go back and watch Attack on Titan Junior High School. It's the same thing, just if they were all in junior high school. It's one of the best
On
things I've
YouTube?
ever.
Is it on
no,
YouTube?
it's on Funimation.
Oh, it's like
yeah,
a
it's
real
a real thing. It
series.
is the funniest. It's the best thing ever.
It's the same storyline.
Most of it, yeah,
Fraggle
but
Rock,
it was
except they're in junior
so.
high.
I've only seen like 3 episodes, but
Are
me and my
the Titans in junior high as
me
well?
and my brother were watching it, and like all the characters are in junior high, and it was so awesome. It was.
Yeah, like, how do they get killed off? I don't understand.
I've only seen like
Detention?
2 episodes,
Yeah,
but it was
oh, he got
hilarious.
sent to detention. Oh, that's funny.
But anyway, that's
Smite.
it was hilarious.
Some big Smite news.
Yeah, so season 5 is out of.
You can do your placement matches
Uh-huh.
and do your.
There's a bunch of new stuff. You can buy the season 5 pack and all that stuff. They redid one of I forget the game mode, one of the Coliseum maps or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's really here. I'll tell you what map they redid as soon as I scroll down to it. The conquest maps. That's what it is. They redid some conquest maps, a bunch of adjustments, all that fun stuff. But yeah, season 5 is now out for Smite. And the reason I keep an eye on this is because we have someone in our community that is really into Smite.
Creed.
Yeah, Creed and Eve. And every time you say it, it makes me want to like jump
Dude,
back into
every
it.
time he talks about it, I want to jump in, and then I never do.
I know.
But
So
that's that game. That's the game that I have my eye on, and I wish I jump into it, and then I just never do.
and it's a popular game on PC and consoles. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Is
not,
there a game like that for you, McSpicy? A game that you want to play, but you just never have? And every time you
World
think
of
about
Warships?
it, you're like, oh, I'd like to play that game.
Every
And then
game
just-
that you guys get me to get. No, I don't know. There's lots actually. I mean, I have almost 200 games on my Xbox
Yeah.
that I can still download
Yeah.
because I buy
I'd say
them.
one for me too is Hearthstone. I mean, I have played Hearthstone,
Oh, okay.
and I used to play it fairly casually on my iPad at work. But that's a game that
I
I
mean-
always want to get into too that I never do.
I mean, basically, you're asking me about my backlog.
Yeah,
and
basically, I guess
have
so.
a
It's a little
huge
personal.
backlog. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of personal, man.
Okay, let me ask this: is there a game that you don't like, or a game genre you don't like, but you wish you liked? I will give you one.
I have one.
I have one right off the bat here. And it's not that I don't like it; it's that it's the time. It's just way too in time. Dota or League of Legends. I think and this is where Smite comes. I mean, because Smite is basically that, but it's on console and
A
I don't know.
third-person version of that. in a
Yeah.
way, yeah.
I like those games. I like watching those games. I just have no desire to get in. I played Heroes of the Storm for a very little while. I enjoyed it, but I wish I had to drive to really get into it. But I know I would lose my life if I did. So that's a genre for me. That the hardcore MOBA
Yeah.
genre, which I guess Smite is a hardcore MOBA. I will be jumping into Smite at one time. I did for a hot second, but
Yeah.
Spicy, a genre for you
I
or a
mean,
type of game that?
I have genres that I just straight up don't like. and
Yeah,
that
but
I don't
any
play.
that you don't like or play, but that
That
you wish
wish
you
you
did. Anything that you're like, oh man, I can see why people like that. I just don't have the desire.
I don't know. I like them all except one genre.
Graphics says racing. I just can't get into racing games.
I
There
can
you
see
go.
that. I can see
I can
that.
see that as well. Jordan, you have one? Go ahead.
Warframe.
Well, that's not a genre.
Well, that's
Well, kind
or
of.
game. A game.
Dude,
Warframe.
Warframe
I just-
actually has a big expansion.
Yeah, I
dropping.
know, and it looks fun when I watch people play it, but I've played it and I can't get into
I
it.
have never
and there's a
seen-
lot of people that play it. There
So
can be a lot of
Jordan
fun stuff. I
loves
can't.
games, and I rarely see him hate a game or get but when he jumps into Warframe,
I think we just caught him on a bad
it
month.
gets him angry.
Was that the Witcher month?
It
or
made
the-
him angry.
It was before the Witcher month, but
It was.
you were pissed about something else, and then you took it out on that.
Like it was.
playthrough.
We were having a blast. We were cracking jokes.
No,
Having a
we
good time.
We actually recorded that. That's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you're
You
just like,
can-
eh.
You're
Eh.
like, guys, I'm already at the end.
I'm
Hurry
ready,
up.
let's go. Gosh. And we're like,
Gosh.
what?
And we're like, Jordan,
Yeah,
what's
I
wrong,
think I'm-
man? I just hate this game.
I
We,
think I'm
and
getting
we
mad at you
stopped
guys.
recording, and you're like, I don't want to play that again. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, me and Mark are like, why? That was awesome.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I
Warframe
think
for you?
I think I was getting kind of mad at you.
Mark,
guys.
a World
It
of
was- yeah, it was-
Warcraft is World of Warcraft one of those games.
Yeah, I would say World of Warcraft.
Hey guys, with the new leveling update, you can.
And because this makes me sound like I'm so petty.
Okay.
Like, but Warcraft just so totally looks like a child's game in a way. You know?
I can see that because of the shade or
It's-
shelling,
Yeah,
and it's
whatever
very
arts
toony
work.
and it's very old. Like it's dated.
Yeah,
The game
they do what they can, but it
even
is
the high
it is,
graphics.
Yeah.
Are dated, and I just
Well, can I tell you a funny story about that game?
yeah, sure.
So-
go for it.
Our Jonathan, our younger
Yes,
brother,
absolutely.
he's,
Jonathan.
yeah,
Jonathan
he was playing it. He had a crappy computer, like really
Crap.
crappy, like
POS
wow.
times 2
Yeah.
squared.
I
POS
think it's on
squared.
ribbon cable. You know, it was just bad.
POS squared.
It was the same time frame as my hard drive. Like that's the kind of computer it was.
Yeah.
That old hard drive that I had. And he bought a $2,000-$3,000 computer,
Yeah.
and he loads up Warcraft, and he was blown away. Like I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Dude, look, this plant, like it glows," and I'm like, "It's always glowed, man." Like, so because Warcraft's not really graphic, and I mean there are zones that the artists do a good job, and it looks
Yeah.
nice, and the style looks good, especially the newer zones. But he was blown away, and I was like, "Wow, you need to play other games."
Okay,
Yeah. I would say MMOs, like in general.
MMOs in general.
Well,
yeah,
because
subtitles,
the idea
yeah.
of an MMO, right? You want the most players possible. Not
Well,
everybody can afford it.
Yeah, well, and
a huge
also
rig, you know?
like, let's take even ESO or even just any MMO. Let's take ESO for example. You had Skyrim
Mhm.
that played a certain way. You know,
Mhm.
I enjoyed that a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot of exploring, you know, stuff like that. You turn that game into an MMO, and every 2.5 minutes, the same people I just killed appear again, and that like I don't know. That pisses me off.
See, Warcraft has
What
done.
kind of a warrior leaves them, you know, leaves them.
Any-
I mean,
They didn't kill them off.
Any warrior in Diablo?
Well, see, the maps are like you kill them once you
Also,
clear it.
also any zombie game.
No, but that doesn't. No, it's not the same thing because it's not built into the lore. Zombie, it's built into the lore. I can grasp that.
Uh-huh.
They're spreading like a plague.
Oh, okay.
You know, but these people just randomly appear out of nowhere, just plop
Yeah.
down again, and it's super hard for me to get into that.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the point?
So Warcraft,
I don't get it.
Warcraft in their new expansions does something really cool, which a lot of other people's do. But I mean, it's because everybody's playing at different times, different levels, right? So Warcraft still has it, but they use phasing technology, right? So like when you beat a certain quest line, it'll phase you into a different scenario of that land that you're in.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they
like
try and-
multiverse.
Yeah, kind of. So, like for example, there's a scene where you storm the beach and you kill all the enemies, and then once you've done that quest, it phases to now it's your battlefront, like you're building stuff there. You know what I mean? And you can't see other players until they've completed that phase. You know, so they're trying to make it more story and cohesive.
Well,
and,
I mean, yeah.
but in the
Usually
nature of an
the
MMO, it's hard.
Yeah, and the stories are generally kind of mundane, but then there's some good stories.
Uh-huh.
You know, the overarching stories. Like I really love it when you talk about the World of Warcraft's lore. You know, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I just can't get around.
Like fetch quests and stuff like
Well,
that.
it's just like, what's the point? I just killed those guys. Now they're back. I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's where phasing comes.
Yeah.
Makes it nice.
Innova175 says a game genre that he can't really get into. He says, I'll probably get flack for this, but GTA 5, I want to jump in,
yeah.
but he doesn't really like them. He wants to like them, but just
Probably because he
doesn't.
can't get in.
Oh,
Hold on,
snaps.
hold on,
Wait,
hold
but he
on.
didn't say online.
Here we
He
go.
just said GTA 5.
Oh, okay.
there it
There
is.
it is.
It's a little delayed there. You know what? I'll even add some Seinfeld. That's him, everybody. That's our Jordan.
Is he talking
He's
just
here all
about the
week.
base game, the campaign?
Yeah, probably just like
campaign, yeah.
normal Grand Theft Auto.
I like Grand Theft Auto Online, just for the record.
You like Grand Theft? I do too.
I think it's a lot of fun when you get in and play.
Yeah. When you can get in, right? Am I right? Am I right, everybody?
So anyway, moving on. Monster Hunter has shipped 5 million copies,
Yo, that's huge. And
That's
congratulations.
huge. Yeah,
Congratulations
very
to Capcom.
and
It's well deserved.
yeah, in celebration, they're like, "Holy crap, let's reward our players." So what they're doing is they're giving you the 5 million
I already got
celebration item.
I got it
pack.
yesterday.
Yeah,
I
good,
got it.
good. It gives you. Hey, I needed it. I was. Well, I didn't need it, but I was about to go craft me a bunch of potions, and then I was like, I don't need to anymore because you get your 5 packs. It's awesome. So
Yeah.
it's when you first log into the game, make sure you hit that daily login bonus, which is Y in the main city, and it'll pop right up, say, "Hey, thanks for being awesome," and then it'll just give you.
It took me like 6 days to get it. It's like it's not a sure thing to get it that day.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it took me. I kept logging in every
Yeah,
day
it's
trying to get it.
the celebration pack will be available. It starts January 31st, which is already passed, and it's going to go all the way until February 15th. Although I thought it was going to be extended.
No, but see, that's the thing. They even say on the message, there's a
Yeah, I
it's
think
random.
I actually think it's going to be extended because they're having some issues. I think it might be. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think it's actually going to be extended to February 22nd.
Very cool.
But anyway, just log in every day and get it because it's a good time. They also came out with some patches and a patch to help fix things. They're still working on some Xbox stuff for matchmaking and stuff, but they are aware of issues. And
Shadow of War.
Good game. Yeah, first DLC, Shadow of War. Great game.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic
a game I have. That's on my backlog.
Yeah, that's on mine too. I played it for a while. It's a Play Anywhere title too, so I can
Blade
play
of
anywhere.
Galadriel.
Expansion.
Here it comes.
And from the word on the internet
Is that it's awesome.
is that the scores are coming in high 90s.
High 90s, baby.
All around.
High 90s, low 100s.
Yeah. So it's good.
Fahrenheit or Celsius.
You get to dual wield in this expansion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell Conviction.
Oh, I
is
put this
now
in here
backwards
because
compatible.
I think I'm going to buy this one.
You were a big Splinter Cell fan.
No, not really. But
okay.
I was.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I
knew
like
there was a big
I
Splinter
like
Cell
I
fan.
like
There you go.
Splinter Cell, but I remember this game and I'm really excited for it. And they need a new Splinter Cell game. They really do.
Yeah, well, any stealth. I really like stealth games.
mhm.
Those are fantastic.
So Splinter Cell Conviction coming to backward compatibility. Looking forward to it. Also, Fortnite.
It's getting 60 frames per second. That's huge.
Yes, coming all across all consoles. Xbox
Yeah.
regular, Xbox One X, Xbox One S, whichever one you got.
And the Xbox Day One.
Day One Edition, Scorpio, whichever one you got. They are gonna have a frame rate mode, which is going to prioritize frame rate to try and hit. From what it sounds like, it's not gonna always hit 60, but it's gonna try and hit, like a dynamic kind of frame rate, I guess. But it's always gonna try and hit that 50 frame or 60 frames, from what it sounds like. So very cool. And then the next story,
Red Dead Redemption. There were some leaks this week.
Yeah.
And I'm
This
super
is-
excited
this
to
is the
talk
big- this is the big
about
story.
Red Dead
This is the
Redemption.
meat.
So the leaks
this
come
is the Anajath.
who I forget. Trusted Reviews. There we go. They
nice.
they received a number of development notes on Red Dead Redemption. They received them last year, but they didn't publish them because they weren't sure if they were true. Stuff has come out that has confirmed they're fairly confident that these leaks, these developer notes, were the real deal. And as a result, we're learning a little bit more about what Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have for us. Now, what Red Dead Redemption 2, they confirmed 2 characters as Arthur Morgan, which is the main character. We already knew that. And the other one is, what's-his-face, Dutch,
Mm-hmm.
the leader of Dutch's gang, which we knew that
We knew
as
that
well.
because in the trailer he says Dutch.
Yeah, he does say
he
Dutch.
names him. Yeah.
And refresh my memory. Dutch was in the first one.
Dutch's
it was a mission to go get
Dutch's
him, right?
gang, the very first mission in
Yeah,
the fort
that's right,
is
that's right.
Dutch. So Red Dead Redemption Online. Now, I have said for forever that I think Grand Theft Auto Online is the beta for Red Dead Redemption. I think it's ultimately the new MMO when you look at it. I think Rockstar has unknowingly or unwittingly perhaps developed the new MMO, basically one giant sandbox world where you can do lots of stuff. It sounds like that's what they're going for with Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. First and foremost, and I called my shot, 3-point.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royale is going to be a game mode in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
That
Going to
is
be.
that is exciting because what you can do in the Old West with Battle Royale is going to be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
They have 2 other battle modes called Revive and Survive and Money Grab. Money Grab is just that. You grab money, you got to take it back to a location, you get points, go
Gotta
grab more money.
Capture
The flag,
capture
bank
hold type
mode
of
that's
thing.
in Titanfall, stuff like that. Revive and Survive is you have a limited number of a limited time like say 10 seconds, 15 seconds to revive a down player, or else they're gone permanently. So
Ooh, that sounds fun.
that one sounds a lot of fun. Now, those are all great features. Battle Royale is probably the biggest one there, but I mean that's not a surprise. One of the questions that we got in chat or this week on Facebook, and if you want to leave a question, you can ask us leave one on Facebook. There's a post that goes up every Friday, facebook.com/X1Bros. Where is it at? Charles Carmichael. There he is. He asked, do you think Battle Royale mode, do you think it's a craze? Do you think it's a temporary fad, or is it here to stay? I personally think that it's a new game mode. I think it's team deathmatch, it's conquest, it's capture the flag.
Yeah, you're just gonna have it in your
horde
playlists.
mode. I think
like
it's gonna be a playlist. I think it's permanent.
That's actually a good point. Horde mode. A lot of games do horde mode now.
Yeah, I think that's where that stands with that. So, and anyone disagree? Do you disagree with me?
No,
Ms.
I
Spicy?
mean, Battle Royale's been around for like 7 years.
Yeah.
From the Arma days, and I knew it was only a matter of time because I that's why I bought Arma.
Yeah.
Was to play Battle Royale
Sure.
on those game modes. It's here to stay for sure.
Do you think PUBG survives big games like I mean, let's be honest, what Grand Theft Auto or what Rockstar does with multiplayer, it does very well.
No, I think Battle Royale survives because I think
You mean PUBG?
PUBG, sorry, yeah. Because I think PUBG is the World of Warcraft of the genre.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like,
That's
it's
that's a
kinda
very good analysis.
it's the
analogy.
It's the big guy, you know.
Yeah.
And then you got your other ones like for example Fortnite. I'd compare it to like an ESO. Good game, a lot of people playing it.
But it's no Warcraft in your opinion.
There you go. You know, but it's not
Okay.
quite Warcraft.
McSpicy, do you like that analogy? Agree with that analogy? Thinks that PUBG stays, or does it just become so saturated that it becomes a one-trick pony, and everybody and all these other games can do their mode, but then also have more features to offer?
I mean, I don't know. I'd hate to see PlayerUnknown disappear because, I mean, that was such a good idea, and if he's got more ideas like that, you know, he could bring more genres out. And honestly, at the time when that came out, the reason I wanted to play it is because every other genre I felt like it was stale.
Sure.
There was no, this is back in the Call of Duty days, you know, there was no progression in gaming. I felt a little bit, you know, and that was why it was so refreshing for me, is because it was different. It was, you know, the loot and grab and just the way, you know, PUBG is.
Yeah.
But no, I'd hate to see him go. I don't. He's there. I mean, it's a good game, but Fortnite, for example, that is a really good game.
Yeah.
And they've improved it substantially as time goes on.
So do you think that Fortnite is superior to PUBG at this point in your in your preferences?
No, I don't think it's superior. I think it's different enough to you can like both. I like them both. You know, it's not an exclusivity kind of a thing. It's I like to play this and then I like to play this. However, Fortnite is, I mean, they're adding so much cool stuff that they just came out with crossbows, you know, which doesn't sound like much, but they have like the emotes that you can.
The minigun a little while ago.
The minigun, yeah, and like it's so when you kill somebody and you can quickly do a dab or start doing the charlatan, you know, and stuff like, and it's such a fun game, and it's there's so much under the hood improvements. I think PlayerUnknown is such a smaller developer that I do see a concern there.
You do see eventually over time maybe he gets pushed out of his own market space that he developed.
There's a possibility.
Okay.
I mean, Fortnite calls it Battle Royale. That's like a big finger to a guy that didn't know how to to get a patent. It's a trademark.
Sure.
That because he codes video games. He can't fight that apparently because it wasn't licensed or the trademark.
Having said that, he's got a ton of money. I mean, remember, Fortnite is free to play. He sold all of those copies of that game in order to develop it. And you got to imagine microtransactions are going to be a big part of that game with cosmetics and stuff like that.
Well, he sold 3 million copies in 3 months on one
platform. So I do think the money is there to do it. I do agree with Jordan. I think that's a good analysis, is the World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
No other, while it's a feature and other games have come out, no other game has done it. However, having said that, Rockstar is no joke. Everything Rockstar does in multiplayer and just going off of Grand Theft Auto Online, it does, I think, the best. Like you take
except networking.
except networking. But I think again, this is the alpha. This was the beta for Red Dead Redemption. I think
GTA
Battle
Online
Royale being in Red Dead Redemption is always already going to be contender for Game of the Year, most likely, right?
Yeah.
This is before it comes out, just based off its pedigree alone. It's going to be a huge selling game. If Battle Royale is that fun in the Old West on horses, oh man.
Yeah, so like Innova in chat says, I like the realistic part of PUBG, but Fortnite cartoon is a fun option. And the big one here is it's free to play. I have every one of my nephews, and I have a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people play Fortnite.
Yeah, they're all like 6, 7, 8, 9. They're all playing Fortnite right now.
Sure.
So free to play is no joke too, and it's probably, I don't know, it's probably the best free to play game that's been made. I mean, I guess Hearthstone is up there as well, so that competes with it too.
Yeah,
I don't know of a better free to play game. I'll be honest, because free to play usually has a lot of issues, right? And it's usually there's just, I don't know. I think Fortnite, see that, and why I'm bringing that up is I originally was a PUBG, snob.
Sure.
Remember how many episodes ago was it where I was like, I don't think they can touch them. But now they're so good, and you get Rockstar involved, you get big boys involved in this as well.
Yeah,
they might be nudged out. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
but
Ronan says PUBG will always be there. Take a look at CS:GO. That's a good point. Chief Wiggum says he doesn't think PUBG is going anywhere. Innova says it's here to stay. The number of people with PUBG and Fortnite. Oh, the battle mode we're talking about. Interesting. And Smarter Martyr actually says not super thrilled about Red Dead Redemption Battle Royale, but hey, at least you can actually beat the dead horse in it.
That's
dad joke. Hashtag dad joke.
Funny.
Hashtag dad joke. Do we get a rim shot here?
Yeah, do the rim shot.
There we go. There we go.
That deserves a rim shot.
Anyways, I think it's super interesting conversation. Anyways, but Red Dead Redemption Battle Royale mode coming to it. But the big part of that news for me wasn't even that mode. I knew that was coming. I think that's inevitable. I think it's a permanent game mode that's going to be in all games because it's just a naturally fun idea, and it's a naturally fun mode of competition. Here's where it is. The memo also talks a lot about how, just like in Grand Theft Auto Online, players are free to explore the open world, but it says in Red Dead Redemption it's taking it steps further. So there's zones where, for instance, you could go to Armadillo. You can go into Armadillo. NPCs will open their shops in the morning for you so that you can buy different materials. There'll be basically a black market area where you can get goods on the cheap. So honestly, I believe Rockstar is actually creating MMOs with their online, just doesn't realize it yet. Like, this is the new version of MMOs. Instead of fetch quests, it's building up your character so that you can play multiplayer with each other. It's instead of fetch quests, it's doing battle royale mode. It's going hunting and fishing. There's another thing. Hunting has been revamped. It looks like fishing, in-depth fishing in this game, stuff like that.
AFK fishing?
Not AFK fishing. All stuff like
That's an awesome feature.
Yeah.
all stuff geared towards keeping players online together all the time. I think it's a good thing. Online play will include access to a number of shops and NPCs, which can provide the players with equipment and missions. That's the key.
Yeah.
Free events can also be organized outside of standard playlists, like spontaneous treasure hunts and death matches. Super, super cool. There's one more thing that I wanted to talk about here that came out in the notes. Poker in it, where you can risk all your money and gain money via poker. So there goes Prominence Poker. Just jump into Red Dead instead. You know the scene. You know the scene in Big Bang Theory when he's depressed. Sheldon's depressed. Have you guys seen that one? And you're like, "What are you doing?" He's playing Xbox, and it flashes to him.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just like to come to my town here. Come to the bar, and he's drinking in Red Dead Redemption at the bar in Armadillo.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
He's
this is
getting
going
drunk,
to become. Like, hey, let's get together for poker night. It'll be in Red Dead Redemption. It won't be in like a poker game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, the poker in that game was pretty good. Single player.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And you could get the poker outfit.
Yeah.
You could get the poker. Didn't it? And did I remember it had cheat? You could cheat with it.
I don't know if you could cheat with it, but I remember the poker outfit. It was black with the black rimmed hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
For some reason, I was thinking I could cheat with that. I can't remember.
They're also working on a companion app. That will be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I wonder, just probably like a Destiny 2 kind of
yeah.
companion app that's where you can see your character, stuff like that.
Monster Hunter needs a companion.
You'll allegedly be able to partake in a variety of activities across the world, such as gold mining, fishing, herding, and an assortment of weapon challenges. Super fun. Throughout the open world, you'll discover several locations, including Armadillo and Ridgewood. These are populated with various NPCs, including general store owners, gunsmiths, and undertakers. You can partake in gambling if you want, and if you're hoping to risk it all for financial gain. A slums market will apparently be a method of procuring equipment at a reduced price. NPCs will be navigating these places in accordance with Red Dead Redemption 2's day and night cycle as well. Vehicles in the game will include mine carts, hand carts, and horse-drawn characters, as well as a train.
Horse-drawn characters?
Horse-drawn carriages, sorry.
Oh.
Horse-drawn characters that you can ride.
They are the unicorns.
They're the minotaurs.
The minotaurs.
The minotaurs are in the
that
game.
you could draw them. Half drawn.
And then obviously there'll be rain.
Weather effects.
Sorry, not rains. Trains.
Oh, trains.
Trains, just like in Red Dead Redemption. I mean, all that's.
Monitors and trains.
So you'll be able to do horsemanship challenges. You can increase your rider rank. There'll be dozens of different fish to be captured across the world. Plants and herbs can be gathered for crafting purposes. And the document lists different types like clamshell ghost, night-scented rat tail, and spider orchids. Fishing is an in-depth selection of baits and tackles available for purchase. You can even buy a can of worms. Basically, the game sounds freaking amazing. I can't wait, and I bet you they do it too. I bet you they do. Remember the Red Dead trailers? Like, what's in Red Dead? And they just talk about the horses.
So,
I bet you they're going to do that with this too.
I really like
it. Sounds like there's a lot there. I'm super excited for it. Just like most other Rockstar titles, a wanted level is displayed at the top of the screen and increase and decrease depending on how the player acts. Assaulting pedestrians is considered a low severity crime, while holding up a saloon and murdering everyone will be taken more seriously. Well, I hope so.
There has to be standards.
If enemies are injured in a certain way or taken off horseback, you can trigger contextual dialogue and force them to offer information or monetary gain in return for sparing their life.
Oh, that's cool. Here's the real question.
Yes.
Can you still tie people up and put them on the railroad?
I'm sure you can. I bet you that'll be an achievement. Yeah.
Yeah. I did that.
I did it too.
I mean, why not?
I did it twice.
Kind of feel bad afterwards.
Anyways, all this means is that we're even more excited for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
This
that's
year?
cool. Do you think they did this on purpose?
The leak.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
No, I don't know. Rockstar is not a.
Rockstar is not a hype. They don't need hype.
They're an anti-leak facility.
No, I know. That's why I'm sure it's done on purpose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know that it was out there.
No, but I mean, like, no? I
No?
don't know. Because Rockstar, they never reveal anything ever, and I don't think that this leak was on purpose.
Huh.
So in that leak, is there anything that you don't like, or anything that you found
I'm excited
interesting
for
that you didn't
the
expect?
Battle Royale mode to see how that works in the Wild West.
Oh yeah, I think that's super exciting. What I'm really looking forward to, and this is what I enjoyed about. Remember when Rockstar first came out? We got it day one, and what we were all most excited for is just to ride together, hunt,
In a posse.
trap. We weren't able to do it because Rockstar's server took weeks. Remember with Red Dead Redemption? Luckily, the single player game was so good, so it didn't matter. Nobody complains. But that's what I'm most excited for in this game. I think that's what they're going to do. It's going to have this online focus. So just like you can buy apartments, by the way,
Buy a ranch.
No, you buy tents and then you upgrade your tents. I don't know if
to teepees.
So I could tell you what I hope doesn't happen.
What is that?
Rockstar games usually tend to auto aim with the left trigger.
Okay, you don't want that.
You tap the left trigger and it'll automatically go to someone.
Sure.
I dislike that. I dislike that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've never liked that.
It'll probably be in there.
I know.
Because that's like their thing.
I know. I wish
Like their control scheme.
But see,
and
they're.
However, you can play first person. I believe it came out as well in this Red Dead. You can play it in first person.
Oh, just like Grand Theft Auto 5, the newer one.
Yeah.
That they came out later with that patch. No, I mean, I think it removes some of the challenge. And the reason they did that is because their joystick control was kind of
Wonky.
valvey.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Half-Life-y.
Yeah.
That made it wasn't smooth. If they can make it smooth and then they are allowed to get rid of that
And go more third person Gears of War 4 or just Gears of War aim instead, where you actually are aiming.
Any good third person game. Any third person game has just a game that's meant for a console usually tends to have better joystick controls.
PUBG.
Well, I mean that wasn't
if it has PUBG though, it's still improvement to you than over the auto aim.
No,
it takes away skill.
It takes away skill, and it's super. It's just.
I don't have a problem with it in single player. It's in multiplayer.
I actually kind of did.
I don't because you're John Marston. You're a badass.
Yeah, but you can be a badass without
that red dead eye vision. It's just.
I think you could disable it, but then it puts you at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
And since the joystick controls were just kind of, they were just moving. There was no
like if you were moving in the general direction, it just magnet.
Yeah, it
your
was
cursor to it.
Yeah, because like you take go to Overwatch and turn that whole setting off, and you'll see exactly or go play Half-Life, and it just goes dunk dunk. And for those listening, I don't know how to describe it. It just feels harsh joystick controls.
Yeah.
Whereas you turn those settings up higher, and it's like a ramping effect. It feels like go to Halo, play any first person shooter game. It feels good.
Yeah.
It just it makes sense how you move your.
So you just want it to feel good.
I just wanted to. Well, the reason they put in the auto aim why I think they put it in is because they couldn't dial that in. And it was before, I guess, we cared about it as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now I just don't want
that.
Well,
in all honesty, and especially in Grand Theft Auto and the first Red Dead Redemption, online was not a huge part of those games. Those original ones. Only recently has it become a much larger part of the game.
Yeah. So that's what I hope. I don't want that in there. And maybe they'll make some hardcore playlists like they did with Arma in Battle Royale. They would make it so you could only be in first person. Mm-hmm. Maybe they have it so you.
They have that in PUBG right now too. Actually, they only have the first person mode,
the hardcore mode. So that but still, if they only put it in the settings to turn it off, everyone's going to use it because it's super easy, and then that would force me to use it, and then that's a deterrent for me to play online. Honestly, so
yeah,
I hope that's not there. That's my hope.
Okay, Jordan, anything for you?
No, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, super exciting. Good leak. I think it feels like it's legitimate. I don't know. Time will tell whether or not it is, but it feels like it is. With that, it brings us to our discussion segment. That's right, baby. This is the portion of the show where we take your questions. We discuss what you want to discuss. You can submit your question every week over on Facebook, facebook.com/XoneBros. There's a post that goes up. Follow us over there. It's another great place to find the community. Josh Grotberg writes in and wants to know this. He says, here's something for you guys. Fight over these 5 video game characters from least to best. So, Mark's writing them down.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We're going to fight over these. You got to rank them from worst to best. Marcus Phoenix.
No, that's a good one.
Oh, gosh.
Geralt.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Master Chief.
That's a good one.
Prince Noctis.
Oh.
And John Marston. From least to worst. Marcus Phoenix, Geralt, Master Chief, Prince Noctis, John Marston. I'm gonna let Jord the man go first because he's a decisive dude, and I know already in his mind I can see those gears. Who is the who? Now keep in mind these are all alpha males. These are all awesome characters. So when you least to worst, it's within. I mean, they're within degrees of each other, 1% of each other.
The worst is still the best.
Who is the worst? Go ahead for you.
I don't know. That's hard.
Okay, right off the top, I can put my favorite person, John Marston. For me, John Marston goes up at the top. At the top, I like his attitude. I like his story. I like his story of redemption.
I'd go. So I'm gonna go from bottom to top.
Okay, let's all do this. Let's all do our top character.
I don't know.
No, okay.
I don't know because Master Chief is just a.
Right, Master Chief is cool.
I don't know if there's an alpha male.
Okay, I'll give you my bottom.
That's been genetically enhanced he has.
I know my bottom only because I don't care about this guy very much.
Prince
Noctis.
Yeah.
Prince Noctis is on my bottom of my list. Jordan?
He's on the bottom of mine too, to be honest.
He's like number 2.
Oh, okay.
Maybe number 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who's your bottom? Give me your bottom.
Probably
Okay, I'm getting
Man.
closer to mine.
Probably Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't expect that from you.
That's a
Marcus
tough one.
Phoenix at the bottom for you. Those big burly muscles
Yeah.
doesn't do it for you, huh?
Then, but the bottom is still the top. You know, it's. I don't know. Marcus Phoenix at the bottom. Then John Marston. Then
What?
Then Prince Noctis. Then
Oh.
Geralt. Then
Okay, I got mine.
Then
Chief.
Master Chief.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Review that again. So here's Jordan's from
So-
least to
so
worst.
Marcus Phoenix, John Marston,
Oh,
Prince
that's like
Noctis,
kicking the nuts.
Geralt, and Master Chief.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad. I agree with some of yours there. Disagree with others.
You
McSpicy.
spelled his name wrong.
So from the
No, I don't know how to spell. You stupid! Don't even look at my screen
I just-
anymore. This question is stressing me out already. Like I care about the spelling.
hey, you spelled his name wrong.
That is.
I don't know how to spell his name. I did the best I can with the tools that I have.
Wait, can I guess what name he spelled wrong? Prince Noctis.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It was-
See, me and
it's-
you
yeah.
were on the same- I probably would have.
I don't even want. I don't even want to play
anymore.
anymore.
It's just
Okay,
funny how you spell
from
it, so
from
I'm sorry.
least
Here, I'm gonna do this.
from least to worst.
Okay.
Spicy. Give us
Let me
your.
go Prince Noctis.
I mean, from least to best. Worst to
and,
best.
and I'm not even gonna tell you how I spelled that.
Wait. Can I guess? IS. Oh wait. OS or US at
I
the end.
don't know. I was in a hurry to write his name down.
Instead of T, it's TIS,
wanna talk
but I
about
bet
it.
you did it TOS,
I don't even
correct?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Because I would have thought nocturnal, and I would have went TOS.
You done?
TOS.
I'm not even gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's the official. That's how he did it. Okay, go ahead. So Prince Noctis last.
Yeah, he's last.
So-
I
he's-
lost all
now-
energy. Now,
now he's
definitely.
definitely last.
Yeah, I want to go home.
You are home.
I know, but I want to go
Okay.
there now.
Okay, go ahead.
Prince Noctis, Geralt, Mark.
Ooh, that one surprises me.
Well, because so I read all the books and
Sure,
everything,
sure.
and he's a bad A and he's awesome. But against Marcus Phoenix or John Marston or Master Chief,
That's a solid argument.
I don't know how to put him
Yeah,
above that.
yeah.
Them, you know.
Magic? Does his magic not give
Well,
him
because he's not.
any
He's not
ability?
a. He doesn't do magic.
He just signs.
He does
Signs,
the signs.
yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't do magic, and I mean, because there is magic in the world of sorcery,
Yeah.
But the Witchers use signs.
and he's just. But he's because he has flaws. You know.
He is a flawed man.
Yeah, he sleeps with a lot of people. Whether that's a flaw or not, you can decide for yourself.
well, I actually don't think he can get any diseases. So.
yeah.
So there you go.
So that's
Plus to
probably
being a
why.
Witcher.
Can he have children?
No,
No, he's sterile.
Oh, really?
All Witchers are.
Yeah. It's not like
That's why you can just.
it's a
Well, there you
win-win-win.
go. There you go. Okay, so you've got Noctis, then Geralt.
then this is it gets harder.
This was going to shock me.
well, it's because it's Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, then Marcus Phoenix. Okay.
Marcus, because he's so cool, man.
Okay.
That guy.
And when he slams.
Every
into
time
a
I hear
wall-
Marcus Phoenix, I replay the Dom
Yeah.
scene in my head, and I just
You just love that man.
what a terrible, terrible, awesome, terrible life
Yeah.
that they live in Gears.
I'm going to guess for you based off who's left. I think then you've got John Marston, then Master Chief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but because John Marsden, I
He-
mean,
he
he's so
went out-
polite.
He went out like a
Maybe
champ.
I just like polite people.
And he went out like a champ.
And and Master Chief, he doesn't offend people. He just
He says his piece,
he's
and then he does his thing.
man a few words, and
Then
then
he
he
does his thing.
jumps out of the plane with the bomb and gives their bomb back. Like, I don't know, you can't beat that,
Well,
right?
technically, I mean, how they recruit him, he already was naturally like gifted and
Well, 'cause
honorable.
the coin, they flip the coin and everything,
Yeah.
and he's
Just
just
punching
super
people
lucky
he's
and-
winning King of the Hill. And
But see, they even say in the novels with that he's not the best at everything.
no, yeah, he's not the he's the best leader.
He's the best leader. I don't know.
He's a good leader.
And Jordan, you went Master Chief #1 as well.
Because you can't
Yeah.
beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
So I went John Marston
there
number
are
one.
few people that grab an atomic bomb and jump out of orbit in space to fly towards another, spaceship and put that bomb on the plane and just casually
And then
jump
land
away.
on the battle cruiser on the way
Yeah,
out.
just casually. There's not a lot of people that would do that.
I feel like I would do that without thinking.
Yeah,
Without
and then
thinking.
you have got what Sergeant Johnson.
Ben Affleck does it basically in Armageddon.
Yeah, hey,
That's true. That's true. Well, because
I think he does it
Any
too.
man-
I think though, well, and he doesn't actually end up doing it. He volunteers, but then Bruce Willis does it. I think the only reason Ben
Well, he
Affleck did it was
technically
to
doesn't
impress his father-in-law.
He technically doesn't volunteer. He drew the short stick.
Oh, that's true.
He did jump the canyon though with a Russian guy.
That is, he did jump the canyon.
I don't know.
I think that's a see both of your picks. I think these are all such great. You can see the logic in any of them. I think mine is probably the weakest logic. John Marston is up there because I just think he's awesome. That's it.
He is.
Like, in all honesty, I think Master Chief probably out of all those guys has got to be number one, just because of how strong of a character they developed around him, from the books to all of the games.
Who's this?
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Yeah.
He's easily out of those, I think, the strongest character. Although Jordan might argue with me because is Prince Noctis, is he well developed like over multiple generations?
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, his
is he well endowed?
I mean, if we're talking about an
we're
alpha
talking
male,
about, we're comparing these guys.
no, his
find
story.
out.
You guys, I don't want to spoil anything because you haven't played the game, but
Sure.
you go through a good chunk of his life.
And in all honesty, the two characters,
well, and he's supported by good characters, especially his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
well,
who's
in all
Freya.
honesty, I would have to say if I were a betting man, and
especially the mechanic, right?
if I were a betting man and I had to put money on each one of these characters and who would win, not in a fight against each other, but maybe they're leading me into battle or something, I would definitely want either Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix to lead me into war. Now, if I was out on
Marcus
the time,
Phoenix, he slams
now if I
into
was
the
out on the
wall.
time, out on the town partying it up, looking for women, I'd want Prince Noctis and Geralt with me because
You'd want Geralt
those
with
two.
you. He's a good time.
Well, and Prince
Yeah.
Noctis is a prince.
Geralt will be your wingman that kills the opposing gentleman.
Yeah.
Like, he'll straight up just cut them in half.
I
She's
think
all
he does. He
yours.
does.
She's
He
all yours
cuts his
there.
arms off. Cuts
She's
her
all
arms.
yours. There you go.
Man, that's
Yeah,
an
Prince
interesting
Noctis
discussion.
has good character development throughout the
Does he?
game.
Is he a ladies' man?
No, he sticks to one woman,
Oh, he's honorable.
Lady Luna Freya.
Oh, I like
Mhm.
that. Prince Noctis just went up even higher in my opinion rank
Hmm.
there. Although he just seems boyish to me. I think that's why he's last on mine.
He starts out boyish, but then he becomes.
Did
a
you
man.
put John Marston last on yours?
No, I
Yeah,
put-
you did.
You put John Marston last.
no,
No,
I
you
put
did.
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix.
and then
Well,
I
that's
put John
interesting.
Marston.
See, that's
and then
surprised
I
me
put-
because you love
Marcus
yours, too.
Phoenix will do anything for you.
Yeah, he will.
And
He will just.
And
he
he
will
seems
break
like
the
he's
law.
and the way he slams into walls.
Yeah.
well, he seems super loyal. He seems like a one woman man as well. Like
Yeah,
a very loyal,
sure.
Anna, I think.
very
it was, right?
righteous guy.
Anna?
Well,
And that is.
but that they
girlfriend
never
slash
had
wife?
a. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I don't. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they have a de-armoring scene.
They do.
No, they do. It's good.
It's the opposite of a Batman
Yeah.
armor up scene.
No, it is. I mean, the end of Gears 3, they just nothing bad happens, but they just de-armor
armor.
and go to the beach.
And they sit and then watch the sunset.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
And he's like, I'm gonna retire and become a farmer.
and then I think he does. And it's like he's a man of his word. He does.
Josh Grotberg, great question. Clearly sent us off into a spiral.
Well, that's funny. Good stamina. Chat, you're funny because I think Geralt has a stamina meter. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think anyone else does,
Uh,
and that's important.
Master Chief has his shields. His shields can go down.
That's not stamina.
Master
Yeah.
Chief also has a de-armoring scene.
Where he takes his helmet off.
No, in Halo 4 at the end, after
Oh.
the credits,
Oh yeah.
he's got to get all the doctors around him, and then he walks in, and all the Spartans look at him because he's
Who-
like
who's
6
your-
feet taller than
Who's your
everybody
favorite
else.
side character in Halo? The Halo
Johnson,
series?
Sergeant Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna mention this too. No one else has Sergeant Johnson's respect.
That is true.
Because he remember the scene where that big crawler comes up and he has the tank. I know what the ladies like.
Yeah,
He says,
and he
without-
tells the Marines back in his day
yeah,
they had a rock and a stick, and the
That's-
platoon had to share the stick.
Yeah, that's how he is with everybody. He's very, ruthless like that. But then he goes, just follow Master Chief. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Keep to
There
the chief.
to command that respect from a guy like that. No one else has that on this. That's why Master Chief is number one.
And Sergeant Johnson's his lines, he's legit.
His lines are awesome.
Yeah, I love how they change his lines on every difficulty.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
each
Yeah,
That was a
difficulty
thing.
should
he has
watch 'em all.
each difficulty he has a different
Oh,
line.
I'm gonna go watch
I know
those.
what-
Like,
Like there's
He's like-
one where in Halo 3, I think if you're on heroic difficulty, it's the best one because the elite he goes, the brutes have our scent, and he goes, then they must love the smell of testosterone. He's funny.
That is
And
funny.
it changes between
Sergeant
difficulties. Like he
Johnson.
has different
Smarter
lines.
Martyr says Noctis is like that silver spoon rich kid. Even his friends are bought.
That's funny.
He doesn't even cook his own food. He has a chef for him.
Why
with him
cook
for
your own
that.
food when you have a chef?
That's true. That's just
And that
true.
guy can make some really good toast.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
it buffs me up.
buffs you up. Like your health regenerates
Dude,
so
even
fast.
his
on that
even his
toast.
cup noodles. If you guys ever got to that part, unlock cup noodles. That's
Great question, Josh Grauberg. Thank you so much. Brandon Lowe writes in and wants to know what are your speculations on the next Battlefield? What do you think the next Battlefield will be? Let's go and start at the end of the table, Mr. McSpicy.
The next Battlefield?
I think they'll go historic modern.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think maybe like
I don't want to.
Vietnam, kind of.
Yeah, so I was thinking Vietnam, but they already did Vietnam a little while ago. So I think maybe
Yeah, but that was
maybe
the
that
side.
time
That was
pe-
that
yeah.
side game, like the 1941 Battlefield. Like
Maybe that time. I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe like
You could go
Vietnam,
Korea.
Korean
Korea's
War,
never
yeah,
really
Korean
been
War
done.
type of thing.
I think.
'Cause
Are
you
you
need-
ready for this?
I don't think they're gonna go full. If anything, they go modern day. I don't think they go full
They-
future again for a while.
Yeah.
I think they go further back. I think that World War One was such a success. I think they either go Civil War or Revolutionary War. I think they go
Oh,
that
that's a
far.
good point.
I think they go that far back.
How would
because
you do that though? with-
all you do is bring down your weapons. Just scale your weapons down. I mean, we see it with World War One. We basically tell me what the difference is between your weapons in Battlefield One. And Battlefield 4.
Poop
Like,
shovel.
You get poop shovel. You get the same kind of weapons in both of them. They're just
Yeah, but during the Civil
tailored
War-
to that
Yeah,
time.
what are they
During-
gonna, they're going to use hot air balloons because they don't have crop dusters
Yeah,
like they
you
did.
can use hot air balloons.
yeah,
in
but you
the
don't
Civil
have
War.
that during the Civil War. Their hot
Yeah.
air balloons weren't invented.
They used hot air balloons
Not in the
Civil
Civil War.
Yeah, they did.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
that was the first time that they used it for
I
scoping,
think you're lying.
scoping stuff
I
out.
think they used
Google
the-
it right now. You
the
got a
armored-
Google. You got a Google
No,
machine in
yeah,
front of
I
you.
think Leonardo da Vinci actually made those sometime in his life.
Something he at least drew them.
Yeah,
we
he
know
drew-
he drew them.
He drew them up, and then he had bombs
They even used
attached.
they
No.
even used submarines in the Civil War. That was
No,
the first
they
time
didn't.
submarines.
No, they used
yes.
those metal ships.
Yeah, that was a submarine.
it's a
That's
ship.
the first time a submarine was
No,
used.
It doesn't go underwater. It's not a
They
submarine.
had cannons as
Yeah,
well.
See, they had cannons. I'll
They
give you
had
that.
you could have all kinds of different repeaters, and then you could have muskets still, and then you could have your Henry rifle.
I
No,
guess, right,
okay.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is what they should do. They should do it the Civil War, but have some faction come back in time. That way, you can actually have like F-16s and stuff.
Like an
Civil
alien?
War with aliens.
yeah. See, now we're talking. Then you can do whatever you want because you need planes, and that they have not made a game without planes. I don't even know how long ago. You need those. I really do understand that they can't use crop dusters.
So you think
'Cause
they
they'll-
won't? You think they
Huh,
won't go
hey, you're
anywhere
right,
without
Is it the
planes?
They
Warner
used hot air
brothers?
balloons
No,
during
it's
the
not the
Civil
Yeah,
War.
Warner
I told you.
brothers. Who are the brothers that invented the plane?
The something
Wright brothers.
The
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 Wright
Wright
brothers.
brothers. The Warner brothers.
The Warner Brothers. That is funny.
Because that didn't happen until like 1912 or something.
So no, but they did have balloons. So I don't think that you do. I think what you do instead of planes is
Or
you
1904. or
you
something.
do like battleships. So they had ships in the Civil War or the Revolutionary War. You would have ships like Sea of Thieves or the new
What if you went back to like
Skull and Bones that's
like
coming
Roman times?
Yeah, see, Roman times with aliens.
out.
sounds awesome.
Didn't Call of Duty think of doing that?
Yeah, Call of Duty
Call of
had
Duty
a-
thought of
yeah,
doing that. And see, I
going
think
back
that you
into
could do
Roman
something like
times.
that. I don't think we're coming back future. I don't think we're coming back modern day or even from the 60s and on. I think we're going to continue to go backwards because
What if you
I
did, like,
think
the
that's what people
90s?
want. I think it's exciting. I think it's new and
The
fresh.
Gulf War.
Yeah, the
Well,
90s,
like the ni-
just the 90s.
Well, that was just
Black
a
Hawk
glorified tank war, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of hand-to-hand combat, and I don't know.
Well,
the
what
Gulf
they
War
do,
very
think about
much.
it. What they do is they do full scale wars. So they did World War One because it's full scale wars, right? They do World War Two, same thing. Because you got to think big battlefields, right? So what is
Yeah.
a time period where
Rome,
like
conquering the world.
yeah, that's very true.
Napoleon.
Well, you need the
conquering
F-16s though. How
yeah,
do you bring
do
those
need,
in?
You need a sweet. Yeah, because they always do have air, land, and sea vehicles.
Did they have air vehicle? Oh yeah, they had helicopters in the first
But see,
battlefield.
just have a
Civil
warp in
War you
time.
could do with hot air balloons. I'm telling you. The hot air balloons go up, and that's where your snipers are sitting.
And then can you shoot it and pop it?
Yeah, you can pop that. You
The
can pop that
bastard just
mofo.
falls
Just
down.
slowly.
Do they have parachutes? Do you always have parachutes
no,
in a battlefield
no,
game?
you don't have parachutes in
That's
this
the
one.
risk.
That's the risk. It's high risk, high reward.
It'll be
Dude,
interesting.
I'm telling you, I really think. So I think they go back. Where do you think they go, Jordan? I think they go back in time
I think
because
they
I think it's more
go
interesting.
they go historic, modern historic. So like a Vietnam, maybe like a late '80s, early '90s.
Because you
type
can do
of thing.
everything with Vietnam.
You know, yeah.
I think Vietnam's been done.
But I don't think
it's
Vietnam
happening.
specifically, but you know that like the '90s or something. You know,
Because
I don't
here's my thought with Battlefield 1 if you do anything World War II, it's too close, and the weapon types are so close. I mean, Battlefield 1 is the early edition of the weapons that are going to be used in,
Well, I
in
mean,
a World War II.
I mean, technically,
game.
they could go to the future because the last future game that Battlefield had was Battlefield 2142, which was a while ago.
Yeah, which was before Battlefield was even.
Yeah,
big.
before Bad Company.
See, I don't think we go back to future. I don't think we go future.
The trend of the future.
I think, especially you got to remember, EA publishes these guys, and EA has its future shooter. That's Titanfall.
Yeah, they do. Maybe you go to Titanfall.
The merge,
The
merging
merge.
of them.
Yeah.
Battlefield
the
Titans.
Battlefield Titans.
Smarter Martyr says Battlefield BC. Innovus 175 says Battlefield Spanish Inquisition.
Battlefield Primal.
Battlefield Primal, like Far Cry.
Just everybody has a spear running.
And then you have pterodactyls you can fly.
Pterodactyls, and you drop grape seeds on people.
Yeah. Okay, so Jordan thinks they come back modern,
I
like
think,
maybe
yeah,
the 90s,
yeah,
something
historic
like that,
modern.
Iraq,
Modern historic,
Mix spicy. What about you? You think they?
No, I think BC with dinosaurs.
You do
That
like
would be awesome.
like legitimately though.
Yeah,
you really
like. Wait, no, but then there'd be no guns. What would have slingshots?
Slingshots, flaming.
Arrows didn't come until Genghis Khan.
I'm
right?
telling you,
maybe Genghis Khan.
Oh, see, that would be cool.
That's a full scale.
Full scale. He conquered the world in his time.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
conquered him?
Who conquered him? Himself.
Marco Polo?
Rome, maybe. No, Marco Polo was a part of Genghis Khan.
I think Genghis
if you
Khan
watch-
kind of conquered himself.
If you watch, if
I
you
watched
watch Marco Polo. Genghis Khan
Hey.
rewards him with some brothel free passes at the local brothel.
I just know from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, he discovers the bat at the mall, and it's just fantastic. Have you seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
A long
That
time
is
ago.
a fantastic. Keanu Reeves at
Yeah.
his best. No
It is
question.
best.
No question.
I think Rome would be cool. I think any of those. I do think they go back further in time because I think it's more interesting. I think the-
Battlefield amoebas.
Battlefield Evolution.
Yeah.
And you're like gorillas or something, you know? That'd be really fun. Anyways, great question, Brandon Lowe. Thank you so much for writing in. Justin Sotilaro. Justin writes in Sotilaro. Sorry about that, Justin. And he wants to know, do you have advice for new streamers looking to grow their channel? I have one piece of advice that I'd like to give anybody that wants to jump in. And it's the same advice you're going to get if you go and do famous Twitch streamers or people on Mixer, wherever who've had success. If you're going to stream, there's two ways to stream. You stream for fun, which is just hop on whenever and meet new people if they jump into your stream with your friends. Or if you're serious about streaming, you've got to stream consistently. The end. On a daily basis.
Yeah.
We didn't have success until we started streaming consistently, same time every day, for months before we started to see any movement on that scene. So that's what you got to do. That's my number one. It doesn't matter what your stream looks like. It doesn't matter if you can have the greatest, best looking stream in the world. If you're not consistent, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Fair-
I like that. That's good
Fair
advice.
enough.
That's good advice.
You're the big stream expert, McSpicy.
I would say
anything else?
be consistent, but initially start it out for fun, or it'll stress you out.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to see all those low numbers all the time.
Yeah. Also, if you've never streamed before, here's another piece of advice. When we first started streaming, when we first started the podcast forever ago, we started streaming. We streamed a little, pretty consistently, a couple times a week, and then we stopped, and then we came back. It takes time to wrap your mind around playing a game by yourself and then playing your game while interacting with other people. Once you wrap your mind, and so at first you don't enjoy it. Honestly, it kind of takes you out of the game, takes you out of the immersion. Once you're, at least for me, once you wrap your mind around that and you're able to do it consistent, able to multitask that way. Now, when I play games and I'm not talking to someone, I feel like I'm missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't get discouraged if it's frustrating at first. It will be frustrating at first.
That's why I say just do it for fun, because you can just do the meh.
Whatever.
That was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Versus the, oh my gosh, I'm not growing.
Oh
It'll
my
just
goodness.
stress you
There's
out.
nobody in my stream. There is going to be nobody in your stream for months.
Yeah. And so you're just going to be talking to yourself.
But that's the practice.
Yeah.
Practice time. Practice? We got to get that soundbite.
Oh, gotcha.
Practice?
I'll find it.
Great question, Justin. Thank you so much for writing and asking. Dwayne Hall writes in and says, with now being able to link up Spotify and Discord, does your gaming soundtrack vary depending on what type of game you're playing? This is this is a question for McSpicy primarily.
Yeah.
Give me the genre of soundtracks for the games you play. I want to know your Overwatch soundtracks, your Overwatch playlist here.
Power 80s.
Power 80s for Overwatch.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, is that any first-person shooter competitive game there?
Try to think. Do I use that on other? Because I use it on Overwatch all the time. I love that.
Yeah.
But it's got to be quietish. It's got to be quietish. So I don't know. I really like the 80s when I play Overwatch.
Okay.
If it's
story, give me a story game.
Story game. Let's do like Assassin's Creed, the new one that came out.
What's your playlist there?
I listen to honestly
some Bach.
I actually do.
Yeah. Some classical. I can see that because it's relaxing.
It's and
doesn't take away from the story.
When I'm not doing the story at all, and when I'm doing the grinding stuff, I will honestly listen to an audiobook.
Oh, okay. Now with that, because I know you turn down the music in games, especially, which makes sense, especially in repetitive games.
Yeah.
But in storytelling games, do you immediately turn that down, or do you listen to it at first and then turn it down over time?
I give it a good half hour. There's games that last a lot longer, like Legend of Zelda, which
fantastic soundtrack.
Ironically, I can't turn the sound off. Yeah. They don't have that option, but they know how to turn the soundtrack off.
Yeah, they do. They do that.
It's quiet a lot of times.
It's very nuanced sound in that. I mean, that game's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Because some games you would miss out. For instance, Ori and the Brown
Forest.
The Brown Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest is so based on the music.
Yeah.
In that, and that's a fantastic soundtrack.
Well, and that game is only 3 hours long. Unless you're Jordan, it's 8 because you get frustrated at the tree where the
water's
tree
coming up, rising up.
Then you get frustrated and then you hate that forever.
You don't go back to it.
And then I like to do. I like some classical rock songs, like your Led Zeppelins, your stuff, just as fillers. It also depends on my mood,
Sure. Yeah.
And I'll listen to some. I just like listening to everything. Like there's occasions where I'll go on just really good bass players like Les Claypool or Marcus Miller or stuff like that, where they're just really like instruments. So it just depends my mood. I really want to dig into a drummer, for example, and I'll listen to some old school Buddy Rich or just whatever, which is big band stuff, which is kind of doesn't fit anything, but
fits Cuphead.
It would fit. Yeah, it would fit Cuphead, but that's got its own style of music too. But I don't know. It just depends on my mood.
Now let's dive into this. Your favorite soundtrack of any game is Hotline Miami, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2.
Okay.
They both
modern day soundtrack.
Modern day soundtrack? Well,
and that will include 360 in that as well.
Well, that's Hotline Miami. That was like 6 years ago.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that soon.
Yeah.
I thought it was like back at the beginning.
No, that's okay. That's an indie
so
game.
Let's go Xbox One, modern like
built-in
music soundtrack.
Wolfenstein.
Dude, Wolfenstein's soundtrack is pretty legit.
Bethesda,
they do a good job with their soundtracks.
Yeah.
Oh, Skyrim soundtrack with those singing voices.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know.
Ori
and
the Blind Forest. That's modern.
I would say Ori, if anything. I don't know. It's hard because so many times my mood changes that it's just I don't know.
Hard.
Like the easy classic is just great 80s hits.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've said this before on the show. I think 80s is like where all the planets aligned and popular and talent was really close together in that decade.
Oh yeah, I mean the 80s the reason that rock has died is because in the 80s the great rock bands, look at Queen. Great instrument players, right? I mean masters of their instruments, and then he is a classically trained world-class singer.
Yeah.
And that's how all of those bands, all of those guys were. And you just don't see that.
And you think of it on the production level, like just how they created their music on the mixer boards and stuff. They were like we're talking about Queen specifically. They were groundbreaking on how they recorded their songs too. So
Awesome Gamer Name says the only good thing that came out of the 80s was the NES and me.
No, I'm really serious. Like, because you had music is so interesting to follow. You had the 50s, 60s, 70s, but by the 80s there was a lot of things that
just aligned. Popularity, talent, style, just all this exploration and music had taken place in the 70s, and it just felt so. It's just 80s music is like the backbone of my favorite things to listen to. So I'd say that.
both Ronan and the Bear Grimm says Taylor Swift, baby, Taylor Swift. I have been known to rock some Taylor Swift during my gameplays.
He does. I'm okay. I can enjoy a good Taylor Swift once in a while.
Oh yeah.
You have Taylor Swift on like every time you're streaming.
Well, now I mix it up every other day
with our podcast, right? Or
okay, every 3 days then, because I do throw in our podcast every once in a while. But I'm heavy into Lindsey Sterling at the moment.
Lindsey Sterling.
Yeah, she's good. She's really good. Her music videos where she dances around frolicking.
I like it.
Yeah, she's.
Well, I've been doing her gamer playlist because she redoes a lot of the gamer songs. She does Halo, Zelda.
Yeah,
she does
good.
Rhyme.
She rocks too. Like she can
rocks
she can
hard.
Rock out. Yeah,
rocks hard. I'm getting a Taylor Swift T-shirt from Taylor Swift concert. I'm not going. I'm paying a guy who is going. And I want him to get. I said I want Taylor Swift plastered all over it, and it's gonna become my gym shirt.
That's funny.
Yeah, everyone's gonna know me as. One time I had a mustache. You've seen my mustache.
It's fantastic,
dude. It's
that you can.
You talk about the 80s or 70s. I mean, that's
you know how you walk in. You know how you walk in a room and it's like the heat hits you, or if you go outside and it's cold.
Oh yeah,
the testosterone you can
from that
feel
stash.
It.
Let me tell you.
You walk in and you take a look at, and we make eye contact.
It's like it's like a golden burnt bronze stash.
It's just like whoa,
and I get it straight across like it's not Magnum PI, but it's just under.
Close,
it's just under. It's just Magnum. No
your,
PI.
Your mustache is pretty powerful,
dude. Anyways, when I rocked a mustache at the gym, I made so many friends. So many. Hey man, what's up? Like guys, when a man walks into a room with a well-groomed stash, not beard, not goatee, stash, heads raise, right? Heads raise up and turn, and they say, "There he is."
Yeah. Well, I think the mustache paved the way for the 80s, if you think about it, because the 70s stash was just ridiculously awesome.
Yeah.
And then they 80s rode that wave.
The 80s rode it. It just opened new doors. No, because a stash, there's two things. When a guy walks in with a mustache, he's either one of two things. He either is a man's man, like the ultimate guy's guy.
Yeah.
Or he's freaking hilarious. Right?
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
There's no in between. I am not freaking hilarious. I probably come across as a man's man because it looks like a porn stash. I mean, it's really what it looks like. But
it's potent.
But let me tell you, when I went to the gym, I'd meet like 10. I'd shake 10 hands a day. In a 2-hour span.
You go. I know myself when I see someone sporting a good stash at a restaurant or something. I go up to him and I shake his hand and I say, "That is amazing.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
On behalf of my family, we appreciate what you're trying to do."
The time that I had a stash, by the way, I had it at work, and at work, I was the only guy in my entire office.
Yeah.
There was like 3 guys in our entire department out of 100 women, right?
Yeah.
There was 3 of us. Interesting fact. So I'd go to the gym and just get compliments like, "Dude, hey, nice. Hey, man, what's your name?" "Yeah, we're friends now." You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. But at work and at home with my wife, they hated it. All the ladies hated it. They're like, that is disgusting.
They fear the
Every once in a while, there'd be like an older cougar lady that would be like, "Hey."
From the 70s.
From the 70s. She grew up in the 70s. There you go. But the ladies hated it. The men loved it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, because when you have a good stash and you're not ashamed of it and you walk around, it says, "I don't care what you think of me." It's like when you drape yourself in velvet. It's the same thing. It says, "I don't care what society thinks of me." Yeah.
Oh yeah, and your mustache is pretty potent. It's amazing.
It's a Ron Swanson stash. I think I have like a very Ron Swanson stash going on.
Perfect. Yeah.
A little bit blonder. Anyways, great questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for writing in. That does it for us today. Another great episode. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to, and where can people find you?
I'm still in the Monster Hunter phase. I'll be playing that game.
Oh, it's so good. Now, do you think Monster Hunter, I said this last week because I had played more than you guys. Now you guys have passed me. I think and it doesn't realize it yet, I think it's the Destiny killer.
Well, yeah, you mentioned this even before I had this game.
Yeah, I really do believe that. And not that I mean I played Destiny this week. I love Destiny. But I think what it does is what Destiny 1 did really well, and Destiny 2 is coming back and doing. I mean, Destiny 2 did it well too, but I think it takes it and puts it on steroids.
Well,
Like
see what they do.
There's always something to go after. Always.
And they make it far more tangible. Like before with Destiny, it was always you pray to the RNG gods and say, hello, thank you, I will sacrifice everything I can just to get that weapon.
Yeah.
Where this, you
know
I need to go kill the T-Rex because I need to kill him like 10 times because he has the fang, and when I fight him this time I have to smash his face in, break his face so he'll drop the fang on the floor.
Yeah.
And did you know it falls out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pick stuff up, you got to pay
Yeah.
attention to the stuff. You can't, it's in your hands to get that Galahorn.
Yeah.
Versus, Destiny, it was very, oh, come on, I'm putting in these engrams, please.
Yeah.
So I can see what you're saying. It is.
So and I don't say that. Don't take me the wrong way. I'm not saying it's a Destiny killer in that it's a better game than Destiny. That's not what I mean. What I mean is the carrot on the stick, constant pursuit. I don't know. Is there another game out there that does it as good as that? Maybe a Stardew Valley, in the respect you're always waiting to see what you get that next day. That type. But even with Stardew Valley, the depth that's in Monster Hunter is seriously amazing.
It's a rabbit hole. It keeps getting more and more.
Well, and like you said, Jordan, all they have to do to keep it going is release monsters,
which they
with
are
armor
releasing a new
packs,
monster,
and
yeah.
you just do that
And
every
the
few
new
months.
monster they're releasing for the first DLC is supposedly a tough one.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I don't mean that
Yeah.
it's better than Destiny, because if you like Destiny, and you like that style of game, you're not, you like that over Monster Hunter, and Destiny's a very good game. It's just as good as Monster Hunter and vice versa. But the pool into that game and just the constant, like the climbing stairs, you're always going to be climbing stairs to get to the next stair because you're excited to get to the next stair. I don't know a game that does it better.
Yeah, at this point, it's hard for me to think of some because that's just on my mind.
Yeah, and let me address this. PMH in chat says, I have a confession to make. I don't love Monster Hunter like everyone else. So I will say I understand that. I don't think that's
Bad.
I don't think that does not surprise me. I do think this game appeals to a lot of people, but if you don't like it, you're really not going to like it. You know what I mean?
Because it's so
unique.
It's a looting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is
grinding game.
seriously a circle that you do over and over again. I mean, it's not.
Well, and not only that, but there is it's a different looting game. Because of how you start out the game. And if you don't get over that hump, and not to say that you've not got over that hump, but that's tedious. And then if you already don't like looting, then it's going to be even more tedious. So there is a distinct game type that not everyone's going to like.
I didn't like it as much until I found the hammer. Like until I discovered the weapon I liked.
Yeah, you've got to get,
just like any good game, you got to pick the right class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I didn't find mine. I did like the tutorial zone with the long sword, I think. I don't know what sword I did it with. No, the musical instrument sword.
Oh,
which
the
I think
bagpipes,
which I think is like the hardest one to do. So I don't know why I started
it's the
with
most
it.
difficult weapon they have.
And I did it for the first one. I was like, oh, this sucks, and I switched right away, and then I loved it.
You'll like it even more after I tell you this. Did you hear what the developer came out and said about loot boxes?
No, what did
So they
say?
came out and said that they don't want to put loot boxes in the game. And he explained why. He says we don't want you to. He says, point one, we don't want you to walk around the world and feel like that player didn't earn what he got. You know what I
that's
mean?
awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
he says we want you to feel like when you got it, when you put in all those hours to kill that monster finally, or got your friends together.
So
you feel like you got it.
I tried to watch those developer videos. I can't do it because it's subtitles. I really struggle with subtitles.
Yeah,
it's a hump you got to cross, man. Once you're able to multitask,
I'm just like this.
It opens up like 90% of anime.
He came out and said he said we want you to get stuck on a monster and have to go back to town and think about how you're going to beat it, even if that means, I've been using a bow this whole time. Now I got to switch to a charge.
That's what I'm on right now.
That's cool.
I'm on a monster that bleeds. Have you
Yeah.
Have you been on that?
No, yeah.
And it's so hard for me.
Are you in the
Crystal Forest or whatever?
No, I'm at
Reef?
the
Coral Reef. That's what it is.
I don't know if you guys are there. It's the one where everything stinks.
Oh, the swampland.
I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's where everyone
So
stinks.
I'm in a similar position. That's why I picked up the bow, because there's an area you'll fight. you'll have this big boss fight, and then it unlocks this new area for you. And in that new area, it's a lot of flying creatures, and the greatsword is just not. It's just not good for that.
Yeah,
so
but
that's why I
it
went
was
back to pick up the bow.
So there's a boss. It changes everything. So I got a new large monster that he causes bleeding, and you can't move when you bleed, or it hurts you. That's how it works. If you move, you get your heart, your health pool goes down.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to not dodge and dive and stuff?
Yeah.
When you've been trained this whole time to play a certain way.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out, there's things I need to hunt to get some items so I can stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
So it changes everything.
It was really interesting how he said it, because he says we know the feeling after all that happens and you finally beat
That's
that person,
awesome.
or you finally get that. He says we don't
So
want to.
cool.
We said we don't want to take that away. With that, they were talking specifically about those types of loot boxes.
Yeah. Have you gotten the Gilly Mantle yet?
Yeah, Zeus,
Spicy?
that's it. What's that?
The Gilly Mantle. Do you have that?
I
yet?
have that.
Have
yeah.
you used it very much?
I
Because
actually-
that's what Ronan says
There's
is the
isn't there
solution.
about
The
isn't there
Gilly
like
Mantle.
3 or 4 mantles?
The Gilly
There is.
Mantle?
There's a flying one. I just got the flying
there's
one.
a couple
said,
mantles.
Wait, what did he say? Because that just makes you hide from monsters.
Yeah, but couldn't you use that instead of dodging?
Yeah, because they'd have to.
My mind has just been
See,
blown.
you learn how to play this game every day. Like it's.
Oh my gosh, I gotta give you this. Thank you.
Oh yes, that goes out to Ronan.
Ronan in chat, you just changed my life.
Ronan, this is for you, baby.
Wow.
This goes out to you. Mr. McSpicy dedicates the song. He will always love you.
I will always love you. Holy
You've just changed
cow.
this whole game.
I'm gonna go fight that. Let's finish up the show so I can go fight that boss now.
And then, as the developer intended, you're gonna feel great afterwards.
my
That is too
gosh.
funny. Jordan, what will you be up to this week, and where can people find you?
Jordan the Man X will be everywhere on anything, and probably, of course, Monster Hunter, and maybe some Forza Horizon 3.
Oh,
And then the
I'll
Halo
jump
Let's
in with
Play
Forza
of
Horizon
X.
3 with you, man.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, because I want to do all of that, and then I want to do Blizzard Mountain, and I don't know if there's 100% for.
I'll
Hot
tell you what, I
Wheels.
haven't done Blizzard Mountain. I 100%. Well, no.
Well, Blizzard Mountain's a lot
Okay,
easier
okay,
because
okay.
there's a lot
Okay,
less.
let me
I
rephrase.
think we're already halfway through Blizzard Mountain.
So let's. I'll 100%. So Hot Wheels is hard to 100%. You can do all the races, but see, you've got to get the gold medals on those. Same with
That's
Blizzard.
hard.
I don't
Same
do
with,
that stuff.
actually, it's easier than Blizzard Mountain because Blizzard Mountain's very specific on how to get those gold medals. You just basically have to win in the Hot Wheels.
Oh,
one.
okay.
You have you played the Hot Wheels expansion?
Nope.
McSpicy, have you played the Hot Wheels expansions yet?
Nope.
Oh man, we've got to play the Hot Wheels expansion.
I hear it's
It
good.
is so fun.
Yeah.
So one of the funnest expansions DLC.
Well, what got me into
ever.
it is I went to check out the 4K update, and I just got stuck.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I am XoneBros. I will be playing some Monster Hunter. I'll be playing a lot of Minecraft. I'll be streaming. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Come and join us. The community play is this week. Don't forget to check it out. It's Halo 5. Our last Halo 5 community play was the funnest of all time. It's so much fun. Thank you guys for being a part of the community. Positive gaming, celebrating games. We love you guys. Have a great week. Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to announce that on the podcast. We are definitely doing a raid. We do it after every show. I forgot to announce that. We just got to get in that habit. I got to put it on my notes, actually, to be honest. Okay, guys. We are...
Can I just say, everybody, thanks for... Oh, here, I'll even put the camera on me. Hey, guys.
Hey. Oh,
How you
intimate.
doing? Thanks for being here. This is so fun to have you guys during our show, too. And I love how you guys, you're there and you're typing, you influence our discussion, and it just makes it really cool. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Tons of fun. Okay, we are going to do hashtag positive gaming. What we're going to do is as soon as Spicy turns off the stream for 1 second, I will hit the host button, and we are going to host TIE Fighter. He's a cool guy, positive gamer. We really like him. Let's give him some support to go hashtag positive gaming and do it, everybody. Here we go in 3, 2,